All right. Hello, we're back with another episode. It feels weird not having Wesley saying something at the beginning of every episode.
Yeah, welcome back to Rocket Power without the power.
Without
just rockets.
we're just rockets. Yeah, I'm sad that Wesley's not here being like, shit, ass, booty, butt cheeks. Yeah, something like that at the beginning.
He does say booty butt cheeks, which is funny.
Yeah.
I don't hear somebody say that very often.
I know how Wesley speaks.
I've known him for a long time. You should know that.
Yeah, I should.
Anyways, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So how you been? What you been up to?
Good. A lot of Path of Exile. Like a lot. I should pull up a list of things.
Who gives a shit about that? You saw Wolverine?
I got your picture. I'm coming with you, dear Maria. Count me in. Yes. I did see Wolverine. You fuck.
Wolverine. Wolverine. No, say it right. Yeah. Say Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yeah,
that's
an
L
and a U.
God damn, he got them tick claws.
I loved it when he was like, I'm angry.
Who was I talking to? I was talking to a friend maybe an hour ago. Around when you had said you were coming back. And he was like, yeah, the Wolverine game doesn't look that good. And I was like, there's a lot of people saying that.
And I was shut the fuck up.
No, and I was like, did you like the Spider-Man games? And he's like, well, I don't like the second one, but the first one was good. And I was like, okay, what do you like about it? And he's like, well, it's just got a lot more to do. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. You swing and you fight. That's the entire fucking game. And I was like, you might be able to say here and there like little nuances of this and that, and like there's a leveling system and all that. I was like, but there will be a leveling system in this game. And I was like, what do you like about Spider-Man? And I'm like, you like swinging and you like fighting. That's the whole point of the game. You know what I wanted from a Wolverine game is I want to stick my fucking claws in people. That's it. And he was like, yeah, it's fair. And I was like, yep. That's all I want. Like that's it. That's the whole thing of Wolverine. Man, I just want to like.
You really hate on Spider-Man. Is this white on white crime?
No, it's not even like. Well, there's a black version too, so technically.
Oh man, racist!
What am I really?
Racist. I don't like the black Spider-Man. Black. I like the white Spider-Man. Says Howler.
Crazy. That's what I said.
Spider-Man was good until they blackened it out. Oh my god. Jesus.
No, I just want Wolverine to be Wolverine, which is literally angry fighting people. That's it.
So seeing that gameplay, I was like, oh my god, like it looks like X-Men Origins Wolverine, and I was like, that's not a bad thing, because like that genuinely is a very good game, like action wise. It's just a very weird game because it's a movie tie-in, but like it's very good with the action stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. It's a very like short and kind of bland demo. They didn't really show a lot, so like, and I mean, it really is what it is. It's a trailer.
Yeah, because it's
very short trailer.
It's mostly just like the what's it called? It's just like a tease as to like what, because like when was this announced? This was like announced like in like 2020
years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while, so it's like I genuinely forgot about the game until like
3 years ago.
Yeah, so it's been a bit, because Spider-Man 2 was like the biggest thing, and then I think it was during the period where Spider-Man 2 was coming out where they announced that like we're doing a Wolverine game.
Yeah, I think like Spider-Man 2 was like just out, and they were like, here's to Wolverine as well.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I'm excited for Wolverine. I'm gonna have to buy a PS5 again.
Congrats. And good luck getting it at a good price, because now they went up in price.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to buy it at full price, because I'm not gonna buy a used one.
Yeah. Or wait for the Wolverine bundle where it's yellow and blue.
See, Xbox would do that. I don't know if PlayStation will. If PlayStation does that, I would totally buy
it. A lot of like limited edition PlayStations have been kind of really like lackluster. Like a lot of them don't really appeal to me, because like the Ghost of Yotei 1 is coming out, but it's like gold trim, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine for the most part, but nothing
I don't
really.
Care. If they just stamp Wolverine's name on it, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
like it could still be white and just have the name Wolverine.
Just and like Times New Roman.
Yeah, wouldn't matter what.
It's not the game's font. It's just a different font.
Well, dude, back when Diablo 3 was coming out,
Mm.
they could have given me like I'm trying to think because they couldn't give me a piece of shit. Then I wouldn't want it. But like, I'm trying to think like you could give me like a shoe that says Diablo on it, and I would have been like, "Yep, I'm buying that."
the,
Like,
the Air Diablos. Diablo
um,
ones.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I really would have. I really would have bought anything. I mean, I
It,
bought the
it really depends because like there is some
Diablo 3
merchandise. Yeah, there's some
collector's
merchandise.
edition. For
There's
sure.
some
Sorry.
merchandise stuff that like you want like specifically because like there's like some niche stuff that sometimes that you're like I wonder if there's some merch or something that I can get because I want to represent it. I felt the
Well, it's
same
just
way.
how much I care about the thing, for
Yeah,
sure.
I felt the same way about like the Yakuza series because it's just like this series been out for like forever and like there's no like apparel and then like I think it was like last year they came out with like shirts. I was like, cool. I didn't get a
Yeah, I
shirt.
mean, Wolverine's like the one thing I would like. I don't like statues. I don't like figurines and stuff.
I love that
I
shit.
would buy a fuck ton
Obviously.
of those things. I have magnets of him.
Hmm.
Mostly, like, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I didn't buy the magnet. I have a hat. I didn't buy the hat. Anything that I have really for people giving me, but like, I only keep it because I love it. Anything like, I'm trying to think, like, my brother's giving me like Shrek stuff or like things from like, what the fuck is that called?
What the fuck is it called?
Uh, the dinosaurs, Jurassic Park. He's gonna be
Hmm.
like Jurassic Park stuff. He gets like a bunch of stuff from like work and like
Hmm.
he gives me them and stuff and like I just toss them in the trash because like I don't like clutter of like garbage things that I'm like I don't care about this thing. Like why
Damn,
would I
bro.
fucking keep this in my room or like near me or in my house or
Damn.
so. Anyways, um, but the whole point I'm making is Wolverine. I would totally have just Wolverine.
Yeah. You would have Hugh Jackman's face everywhere.
Bro, I had a chance to meet Hugh Jackman. I should have done it.
And yeah, and apparently he's really nice. So.
Yeah, he sang with my brother in the gay men's choir. So
Oh, cool.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool. Too bad.
yeah.
Too bad.
I did ask Michael to tell Hugh Jackman that I love him.
And he's like, I would have loved to meet your brother. And you would have died.
Probably not. He was probably like, "Cool, man." All right. Anyways,
That's cool. Does he want to
yeah.
be my sidekick in the next Wolverine movie?
Oh, I did tell him. I was like, also like part of the like thing I wanted to tell him. He didn't tell him shit. I don't think he probably told him like, "Oh, my brother's a big fan." That's about it. But I was like, tell him he's better than Ryan Reynolds. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
the LOL between him and Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because me and Hugh Jackman chop it up all the time. He would get the
Yeah.
joke and be like, "Oh, your brother's so cool,
Your
dude."
brother's so cool. Me and Huey, that's what I call him. I call him
Me,
Huey.
it's crazy.
Me and my boy Huey.
When we really get to joking, I call him Hugh Lewis. So,
Yeah.
anyways, all right, just let me pull this fucking list up, dude.
Yeah, what you got? What you got?
You'll be happy to know I've canceled my Xbox subscription.
No more shelling for Xbox. The checks didn't cash through.
Uh, yeah, for real though. No, what happened? Oh, I told you about Riftbound. So I'm holding all my money for Riftbound right now,
Oh, okay.
or at least any money I have, right?
Hmm.
Or extra, whatever. Jesus Christ, I'm just trying to say one thing, and I keep. I'm sorry. Anyway, so
Cheez-Its. Mm-hmm.
holding off on that anything. So like, I was looking at the Xbox games, and I was like, I'm not playing anything. So I just canceled it for the month, and I was like, because I was paying month to month recently. Um, it just like lapsed because I paid for the year last year.
Yeah.
And I was like nothing. I'm not really playing anything. I'll just cancel it for now. And then Hades went on sale, and I was like, ooh, I don't have Hades, so I think I got Hades for like $5 or something.
Oh, Hades 1. Yeah. Because I was about to say
Yeah.
Hades 2 just I forget.
No, yeah, but
Yeah.
I only had Hades on my. I bought Hades on my PlayStation, and I don't have PlayStation anymore, so I was like, let me rebuy Hades. But I didn't want to pay full price, so of course, like when it went on sale, I was like, buy it.
Yeah.
I bought it, then I went and looked at Xbox Game Pass just to see like what was coming up because I was like, oh, is there anything good like recently? And Hades is on it now. I was like, fuck. I could have just got the Game Pass again for a month, but honestly, hey, this is a good game. They deserve the money.
It's a very good game.
So I'm glad I bought it.
I beat it twice.
And then
I mean,
all right, I'm just gonna go over some stuff I played. I played Phasmophobia with games. And I played with another friend. And you remember when we played and I was like super scared?
yeah, you were bitching out.
No, for real though. Like, I don't know why I was scared. I played with them and like immediately just like was like, why was I scared of this? And we just played for like 4 hours of this shit, dude. And I was like,
I don't know why you were scared of it because we were playing together. Like it was all of us. Like we were
I don't
all.
know, horror games hit me. If they hit me and make me scared, like I'll actually just be like fucking terrified of it.
There's a game that's doing something really interesting. It's a pixel game, but it's doing like live action cutscenes. They did a demo. I forget what's it called. Let me look this up. But it's an upcoming horror game, and like the live action cutscenes are fucking terrifying. Let me look this up. But yeah, but continue. I'll try to look for this. You got anything else?
No, yeah, I do. Dude, 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to pull my list up again.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what the fuck this game's called. Because I got the demo for it, and I don't remember what it's called. This is great. This is great that we talk about this.
Yeah, I think I know what game you're talking about better now. So Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia is fine. I don't think I want to play it again. Like we beat all the places.
Oh really? You fought all the ghosts?
I didn't fight all I didn't go for all the ghosts, but like we used all the items and like it's the same thing over and over. I know again, like this is really hard to like say because like every game is the same thing over and over again, but like
yeah, but
it's a very short-lived thing.
Yeah, because it lived on the hype of a lot of like people going on to streams being like, oh, this is something you play with your friends now, and then those games tend to live like not too long.
It's something that like I would play with everyone if we had a full group and we were like, let's do a 4-hour session. That's about it.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of a lot of those games, that they're like randomly generated. It's like the same thing with Peak. Like Peak was fun, but like, you know, you can't keep doing Peak, you know, every hour. Like you kind of have to switch it up. So that's why the Peak, you know, changes the levels at times, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to keep playing. It's like, you know, it's still fun.
And it's weird because like that repetitive gameplay I have more fun with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a because there's people that would rather play Phasmophobia than Peak, and it really just is what hits your fucking brain right. That's all it is.
Yeah. So the game is called Tenebrous Somnia.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like pixel art, but then the cutscenes are like the live action.
Post a link.
Yeah.
The Discord because I don't know. I won't remember that, but
yeah.
I mean, I'll look at it. Maybe it'll be good.
It's really creepy. But it's those. I remember I saw like I forget what it was. I think like a clip of like the live action, and I was just like, holy shit! Like some of it's practical and some of it's digital, which is the cool part about the game. But there is a demo that's out, I believe.
Yeah. I think it's this game. So I think I played, and I can't tell if this is the game because it doesn't really show you tactical shooter. I'm pretty sure this is it. I played Forever Winter. It's a tactical shooter. Like it's kind of like Tarkov, or it's trying to take like a place like Tarkov.
Yeah. I think I've seen it.
Yeah. So I had played this, and then I creeped on Wesley because I saw Wesley hopped online and he was playing the demo. So like literally, he opened the game, I think, and I messaged him like as he opened.
Mhm.
I was like, hey, let me know what you think of that game. And we was joking around. He's like, yo, stop creeping on me. And I was like, all right, but for real, let me know what you think about that game.
No, but
And we
seriously.
talked about it.
Uh-huh.
We talked about it later, and then I was like, I just want to know what you think because I didn't want to say anything and make him think what I was. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to
To
like
influence his opinion.
influence his opinion. And he was like, I don't know, like he's like, it's okay. This thing didn't feel good. This thing didn't feel good. And he didn't say anything about the aiming. So I was like, how did you feel about how the sight felt on the gun? And he was like, oh, that shit was dog shit. And I was like, okay, thank you. Cause when you aim, it like what is like I don't think it gives you a red dot. And then it might, but like it doesn't shoot where you're shooting. Slash like the reload feels bad, and then the over the shoulder, if you're not aiming down sights, you don't have a dot at all.
Mm.
So there's no like you don't know where you're aiming.
Like an actual
So I was
reticle.
like, yeah, there's nothing. Like no like even suggestion of where you're gonna shoot.
Hmm.
You know what
That's
I'm
weird.
saying?
Yeah.
So like you have to just guess where you're gonna and I like it was a demo, so I was like, maybe they'll fix it later, but the game's out now, so like it's only and I played that like 2 weeks ago. So
Hmm.
I
Not
don't know.
looking too good.
I don't want to play it. It felt really bad. The movement was bad. Everything was bad.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, just something I don't care about. We played the Ascent a little bit, which is a like isometric top-down shooter.
Yes, that I know.
Um, pretty good game. Um,
Oh yeah, we've been gone for like a while. Now that I'm remembering.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
because
story's pretty good.
like
I don't really.
it's
Sorry, go.
dystopian cyberpunk, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't really know the story well, but like listening to the characters interact with each other, like it's a lot of like blah 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 blah, like go fuck yourself. And
Mhm.
I'm like, huh, what? Like I just wasn't expecting it from this game.
Mhm.
Um, usually things like these are very simple and like I said, I don't know the story really well, but there's like walls of text, so they're willing to write the story out a lot, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um, we all played Elden Ring, Night Rain a few times, I think, or twice, I think. I don't know. Good game, pretty fun. Um, I'm still not very good at it. Is
Neither
what
am
it
I.
is.
Neither am I. I don't know. I've been debating on like playing it solo to see how I would do, but I don't think I would do any better
Mm.
because those fights are tough.
I don't think you can play solo. I think it's either duo, trio, or that's it.
I thought they added solo.
No, they added duo.
I'd have to check. All right.
Yeah. Um, and then I played the headliners with one friend. Um, the headliners is you know what this is or no?
Mm.
The headliners is a like horror game where you have a health bar and you can buy other items to like sustain damage, like helmet and boots helping move faster though. Those aren't like shields. And then you have a camera and you're supposed to take better pictures than the other person to get into the newspaper basically. And you know, each photo is worth X amount of points, and whoever gets the most points wins.
Oh, so it's like
So
the concept of like Dead Rising, kind of, with, like taking pictures of
I
like.
guess I
Yeah.
never played Dead Rising.
Damn, bro, you should play Dead Rising.
I did. I played it a few times when I was a kid and just didn't know how it worked.
Oh, yeah, it's a very weird game. Like I remember I played it the first time and I was like, what the fuck is happening? But I love the
Yeah,
second
I
game.
thought I was just supposed to beat the shit out of things. I didn't know I was supposed to take pictures.
Or time limit. That's also the other thing the game doesn't tell you. Well, actually, kind of
Yes.
does. It kind of does tell you that like you're on a time limit.
Yeah.
But it's a very weird game. I gotta play that that remastered or that remake that came out.
I might try it now that I know what it's about. I
Yeah.
haven't really tried anything. Headliners is good. We made it to what we thought was the end and then lost one time. And then the next week we tried again, or maybe it was a couple days later. And we made it to the end where we thought it was the end. It was like, what is it, 12 campaign things I think you have to do. And then once we finished the 12th one, another 10 opened, and we were like, what the fuck? And like we just started working at it, dude, and chipping away, and like we lost. It was really bad. You get the basically like the way to beat this game, in my opinion, is we didn't know you could buy extra lives. Stock up on lives early on. Don't waste your money on new cameras or other gear. Save everything to buy extra lives. Because later on you're gonna need those extra lives. And then I played some Deep Rock Galactic, which I don't really like anymore.
Wow,
It's
bro.
just another game where like it's fun for a short time with friends, but it's not like a long time sustained game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Then I
can't
played a bunch of Peak. Sorry, go ahead.
I can't believe homie hates the dwarves.
Oh, you only played once with us, so you wouldn't.
I played twice. I played like twice or 3 times.
Oh, my bad. 2 times. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
This guy, he played twice.
Yeah, but don't say you come out here being like, you only played the one time, bro. I'm like, no, I played like twice or 3 times with you guys. And you guys were like,
right,
we're level
2.25.
We're level 83, and Chonch is only level 3.
First of all, I'm like 5. Don't even try that shit.
I prestiged, and I'm like, okay, I didn't even know you could do that in this dwarf mining game.
Maybe Wesley did. Anyways, I played Peak.
You've been peeking.
And Chonch's Peak. And then
I don't hate Peak. I think Peak's cool.
I've beaten Peak a bunch of times because I'm so Peak.
Yeah, I know.
Marvel Rivals. Played some more of that with some friend. A friend.
You didn't
I hopped on Destiny 2 for 10 minutes and immediately got off.
Damn, bro.
Game's so bad, dude.
Wasn't there like a new expansion or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went over this with you maybe on a different podcast, but if I didn't, just to clarify, I bought the DLC and returned it.
Damn.
Like, bought it
that
when
bad.
It was announced-ish. Right before it came out, I was like, well, I'm not gonna play this. And I just fucking wrote to Steve and was like, hey, can I not?
Give me my money back.
Yeah, I actually think like when I got my money back from that, I Dune.
Okay. That's fair. Which reminds me, I should really boot up Dune again.
I keep the same thing. Yeah. I made the Ornithopter. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Ornithopter.
I made the Ornithopter and then stopped playing. Which, to be fair, like Ornithopter's kind of just end game at that point.
I was about to say, yeah. I mean, you could travel anywhere now at this point, so yeah, you're good.
But like, so remember I was saying that Path of Exile, the entire game is a stock market after that. That's pretty much fucking
the Dune.
Yeah. Almost every game. Like, I never really realized this. When I played Diablo 2, Diablo 2 was basically just a stock words. Diablo 2 at the end game was basically just a stock market simulator, because all you do, or whatever you want to call it, like you fight and go collect the goods, and then you basically just trade it to other people.
Yeah.
Once you have, you good?
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at something.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure.
No, I thought I saw like a bug or something.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, is there like a little spider up there, man? He's like, please bite me. I want to be Spider-Man.
It's like, get out of here, spider.
At the end of Diablo 2, you try to gear up, right? That's the whole point. Whole point of the game, gear up. Yeah. And then once you're done gearing up, the fuck are you supposed to do? You're done. You're done. There is nothing else for you to do.
Yeah.
The thing you do next is you gear another character up. But you can use this shit from that character. You can literally use your magic from another character to find the shit you want to put on this new character. And that's the whole point. But let's say you make a barbarian and you're using a wizard to magic find for your character, and then your new character is a barbarian. Okay, you can't find the barbarian stuff. You keep finding wizard shit. Okay, trade all the wizard stuff to somebody else for the barbarian stuff, and you know it's you're basically just using like Stones of Jordan, or I can't remember what the fucking what the fuck is that thing called? A spirit as well, which is like a sword. I think you can make a chest piece out of it or something. But like you use these items that are like high-end pieces of items, which is basically just money at that point, because that's the currency used to trade. To go, torch is what it's called. Another one's called a torch. And you use these things, you trade them for other things you need. So ultimately, like that's all you do. You just keep leveling another character up that way, or gearing them up. So with Dune, you know, you got the ornithopter, and you know that you could make a better ornithopter. I just had like the basic one, but I can now fly to the lower levels where it's really hard to really hard to get stuff that you need to build things, and load it all into my ornithopter and leave, and just keep doing that over and over again.
Hmm.
Um, so, but I mean, like to me, that is fun. I do have fun with that, and that's why I'm still playing Path of Exile, because I want to go get 400 divines and save them up and buy shit from other people and trade and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All that to say, I'm also having trouble loading up Dune still. Just because like I'm having fun on other stuff. Like I'd rather play Path of Exile because I like that fighting, whereas Dune is more like resource heavy. Like you need to go mine,
Yeah.
and like to me that's more like Minecrafty.
Yeah.
Although I do like base building. Base building has been really fun in Dune. I had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, it's weird because I kind of have to be in the mood to play something of like survival crafting. Like I kind of like shit on it sometimes of like, oh, you know, when a new game gets announced and it's like, oh, is this like a survival crafting game? Because like the only thing I could think of is like when that PC game show happened, where it's like a bunch of indie games were popping up. It's like every single one of them was like survival crafting. And I'm like, holy shit, like survival crafting is too much. But to be fair, it's like, I do like that stuff. And it does become one of those things where it's like, to some people, it might feel like a chore, but to some others, it might feel like at least enjoyable and like sometimes relaxing. So Dune's whole case is like, I think it's fine for the most part. But yeah, because
I like Dune a lot.
Yeah, because like I got really into like V Rising, and like I had a really like good time with that. But then I tried booting that up, and it's like, oh, we had like a huge update, so like some of the stuff that you did before like got resetted, and I'm like, oh, cool. I love online. I love online games, baby. Yeah. That
shit doesn't feel good.
No, it doesn't, because I did a lot in that fucking game.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Dune's good. Dune's good for sure.
Yeah. Did you read the books?
No, it's probably super dense. Yep. I bought Tabletop Simulator because a friend of mine is going to be getting Riftbound cards, and I wanted to play with her. And she was like, you should get Tabletop Simulator and we could play it on there. And I kept saying, I put it off for like probably 2 months now of not buying it because I'm like, it'll go on sale. And then like,
never went on sale.
It'll go on sale at the end of this month. But I was like, I should just stop being a bitch and get it.
I was about to say, I think Steam's having their autumn sale on like the 29th. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, all my extra money that I have is gonna be the Riftbound. So
yeah.
I was like, I should just get Tabletop Simulator now, because I'm not gonna wait it out.
So
and then I did. Good.
So my question is, how does that work essentially? Like with like playing tabletop on PC of like how does that work, especially with like card games?
Somebody just made a mod and you just
okay, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really funny too because it's mod for Riftbound is currently being like
is there like a cease?
Hasn't said anything,
like a cease and desist kind of thing? Okay,
it's a bunch of people in the community arguing whether or not it's legal or not.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah,
like it's in a game that you purchase that you can't fucking sell the cards.
So that's what people say, but there is a clause inside. Oh, right, no, that's what it is. So like people are like, there is no pay to entry for it. And then somebody was like, yes, there is. You have to buy Tabletop Simulator. And I was like, that is fucking fair. Like, technically, you still have to buy Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, but you're not selling anything. The game is being sold by the company that made the game, like Tabletop Simulator, but it's the modder's not selling the mod.
I don't think they're going to shut the mod down unless Riot says something. And Riot hasn't said
unless somebody's
I don't think it's
a fucking prick. Yeah, unless somebody's a fucking prick.
And the truth is if it becomes big enough, I would assume Riot would make a fucking their version,
Yeah,
and then it would just be there, you know.
yeah.
But the thing is Riot, I don't think wants to make a
Another card game.
right. They don't want to make a mobile card game
But I say,
because
did
it
Hearth?
would dip into their own mobile card game they already have.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is Hearthstone still around?
Yeah,
Oh,
Hearthstone's not going anywhere. They get money for that.
okay. I thought the servers got shut down.
No, I feel like I would have heard that.
Yeah. I mean, you're the biggest Riot fan that I know, so I don't know.
Well, Hearthstone's not Riot. That's Blizzard.
Oh, really? Oh, God, I got that fucked up. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no, they didn't shut down.
they kind of meshed together.
They didn't shut down Riot's or online card game.
So what's theirs then?
That what is it called?
Yeah. Rift of the Stones?
Runeterra.
Oh, that's right.
The entire map of League of Legends is called Runeterra. Like it's like Earth.
The world.
Runeterra.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Right.
world.
And then Riftbound is called Riftbound because when you play on the Rift of Summoner's Rift for League of Legends, that's what it's called, is Summoner's Rift. And that's what Rift here. Anyways, so this motherfucker falling asleep.
No. I get it. I get it.
You looked like
Like,
a joke. That's why I was like, yeah.
No, because like it's funny you mentioned that because I was like, I kind of want to play a card game, and I just remembered that like I bought like the Yu-Gi-Oh, because right now there's the Tokyo Game Show sale, so like a bunch of like Japanese video game companies are like doing sales on Steam and like everywhere else. So the Yu-Gi-Oh card game is on sale for like I think like $5. So I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up.
Game.
Card game Yu-Gi-Oh. So I was like, I'll play it. I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh. I never learned how to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but apparently those games are very never played it. I collected the cards at a point when I was younger, but I never played the actual like card game. And then I saw that like people were like, no, these games are actually like good introductions to like learn how to play the game. The card game, no.
Did you play any card game?
No. Bro,
really?
Bro, this is coming from the guy who lost his shit when I was playing Inscription.
That's why I was asking you didn't play a card game before.
Yeah, Inscription was like the first like card game that I got really into. I was like, holy shit, why is this like so much fun? It's like one of the best games.
I like it so much and I don't like it.
Inscription?
Yeah.
I love Inscription. Inscription's so good, especially like when you get to like the later levels and it's just like it's doing the weird shit.
Dude, I hated that one that everyone loves so much right now.
Which one?
Balatro.
Oh, Balatro. Well, Balatro's poker. Well, it's poker slash blackjack kind of.
Yeah.
I love Balatro. Balatro's so good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you just don't like it when your little league characters aren't on the cards, or the Disney characters.
So that's so funny because League of Legends did a Balatro ripoff for like a month.
Oh, really?
They do like inside of their client, they'll do like little like mini games, and you can get like certain things like a icon or something from winning. And I tried my hardest to make it through all 3 levels, and I couldn't because I was so bad at it. And I was like, well, fuck this. I don't want to play this Balatro ripoff shit anyways. Just like stop.
It's so funny because like I got lost in Balatro because like there was when it came out and I actually started playing it and I was like, oh my god, like why is this so fucking addictive? Like why? I don't know why it was so addictive. And then I won my first round and then eventually I won another round and I was like, shit, like why is this so much fun? And then eventually they started releasing like, oh, here's like a little like card update of like check out like which characters you can put on the cards now, like The Witcher or Dave the Diver or Cult of the Lamb, and I was like, oh, that's cute. So I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, Balatro is so fucking fun to me. And then Inscription is like the best thing I've played, and I don't think anything would ever hit as much as Inscription did for me personally.
Yeah, I can see the fun behind Balatro. I can also see the Inscription. I see like what is fun about it. I just don't enjoy it.
So Inscription's a weird one because it's like there was one particular level I wasn't having a good time because the thing is that like when you get to different levels in Inscription, they change the rules a little bit. So there's either additions or subtractions with certain rules of how you do the card game, but it's still the card game itself. Like you're still doing card battling, but the the really like cool thing about Inscription is that it's the narrative, because the narrative is essentially this game that has come to life and that's doing weird shit. So the further you get in the game, and once I got to the end of it and the weird shit was like really popping off, I'm like, oh, this game is like really hitting like that weird center in my soul of like, I like this like a lot. I like what it's doing. And that's also the other thing, is that like the guy who makes the game he does like weird like meta stuff in his games. So it was really cool to see how it was done in Inscription for it being a card battler. And then even the game itself was fun. Because like that was also some complaints of a lot of people who played Inscription, was that like, oh, once you get past like the first level, like the cabin level, it just like it doesn't feel the same. And it's like, yeah, I can understand that like some people don't like that, but like I liked it because like, where does this narrative go? And then what are like the weird additions? Like what are the weird rules that were added to like the other levels? So I mean that's why I like Inscription. Yeah. I'm probably gonna try out like the Yu-Gi-Oh games that I bought.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I've been like kind of like itching to play a card battler.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Card battle is fun, man. I have a lot of fun with them. If you ever want to get into another one, let me know. Like, we could always try shit, literally any of them. I'll play most of them, except for the Witcher one. I'm good without that.
Oh, Gwent?
Yeah, I genuinely think I just didn't have fun because I don't get it and I don't want to learn it.
Gwent's a weird one because it's like I hear two different things. That the Gwent game itself is very different from the Gwent minigame from The Witcher 3, which I hear the Gwent minigame in The Witcher 3 is a lot better, I think. I could be wrong about that. So I don't know. But I played a little bit of Gwent as the minigame in The Witcher 3, and I'm like, yeah, I see it. It's all right for what it is.
I should just play The Witcher 3.
Oh my god, that's my favorite game of all time.
All time?
All time, baby. No, it's a game that I really, really love.
Punches in mouth. Diablo 2 sends its regards.
Punches its mouth. Jack 4, the precursor. The Lost Frontier, the best.
I wish we had another Jack game so bad.
Naughty Dog won't do it. They would just keep celebrating The Last of Us. Fucking Christ.
I want more fucking Sly Cooper too, which I know you guys are all pissy about, but I love Sly Cooper.
I'm not pissy about it. I
thought you guys didn't like the newest one that came out.
Oh, that I'm more pissy about. Yeah, I didn't like Thieves in Time.
I'm sorry. I use pissy isn't a nice way to say it. I just meant like
no.
When I say you guys, I meant like
pissing everywhere.
The entire like collection.
I'm pissing.
Of, like, because people didn't like it, and like.
So
I my friend Derek.
I've told you the game itself is fine for a Sly game. It's just how it ends. It's bad.
I'd have to play it again. I don't remember the ending.
I'll spoil it right here, but I'd rather let you have your own experience.
Yeah, I mean, I played it. I just don't remember it. It's like I probably like rushed through everything. But anyways.
I remember it because of it being specifically not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. What was that?
We were talking about card games.
Oh, yeah, that says that's familiar. No, yeah. If you want to play like something like if you ever want to try Heartstone.
Yeah. I think I played a little bit of Hearthstone like back in the day.
Yeah,
because
I haven't really tried deck building in it, but I definitely like to play some because I definitely bought some shit. If you ever want to try.
I remember I tried booting up Capcom's card game Teppen. But I didn't get that far into it. I don't know if it's still going.
Is it? Would it be on this store?
I think it would have to be on like either like the Teppen, TEPPEN.
TEPP.
I don't know if it still exists. Let me see if I'm even spelling it correctly.
Nah, it's not on
Apple.
There's an official site for it. It's only on the phones.
Yeah, it's only online on phones.
That's fine. I have a thing I can play it on my computer with then.
You have a phone. Don't you guys have phones?
Don't you guys? I fucking hated that, man.
I haven't touched that game in a while. Fucking
I'll try
Diablo.
tap in with you.
All right, I'll install Teppen.
You haven't played Diablo, what, Immortal?
Yeah, I
Have you ever played Immortal?
I downloaded it. I played maybe 15 minutes, and then I just never went back. And then I heard about.
People are the problem.
It's free, bro.
Don't download it.
It's free.
That gives them a jump in stock and all that shit. Don't download it.
I'm playing it right now. I gotta exit out.
Anybody that fucking God, I fucking
calm down. They'll do Diablo 5. Don't worry. Oh my god.
I don't want 5.
No, you're gonna get it.
That made 2.
You're gonna get it, and then it's gonna be developed by the people that made Immortal. Don't worry, bro. You'll love it.
I remember when 4 was getting made, and they said we had to remake 4, or they had to cancel what they were doing because they were like, yeah. So what we were doing was an over-the-shoulder look for Diablo, and I was like, what?
That's weird. That's weird.
And they fired the person in charge. I was like, yeah, who the fuck let them get away with that in the first place? Anyways,
that's such a weird thing to do.
Yeah. Yep. They were just making a war or something. Whatever.
But I'm surprised they didn't do just a spin-off. Because that would have been spin-off material, but still to make it
Blizzard isn't known for that.
Yeah. Well,
they're not known for doing spin-offs.
Yeah, because I was thinking there was that list that Jason Schreier came out with of all the canceled Blizzard projects. Because
it's not that they wouldn't. It's just Blizzard back in their heyday when they were making really good shit, they made the good thing and then they wrote. That's what they did, you know. And they kept making it very good. That's why World of Warcraft was so good for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's why Diablo was good from Diablo 1 to expansion.
They've been riding that high ever since, and now they're even after the merger, well, even before the merger, it's just they haven't really hit home at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I installed Chrono Trigger. I haven't played it yet.
Same.
I just really like Chrono Trigger.
Never played it.
Play it. Never. It's a good game. Very good game.
I know.
Shit, motherfucker, you're gonna love the story.
I know. It's everything that I really should enjoy. It's a.
Well, they're not British, so maybe you won't like it.
It's but it's even then. It's Akira Toriyama. It's a JRPG. Apparently, it's a huge, expansive RPG at that, and it's that's all the shit that should be really hitting home with me. But I never played it. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
I had this game. I don't know when the fuck I bought it. I just was running through games that I have on here on Steam, and I was installing what I thought looked good. It's called Clocky, Klocki.
It's on Steam, you said?
Yeah, it's a puzzle game.
Clocky.
Boy, do some of the puzzles completely make sense, and some of them just absolutely make no sense.
Is it spelled with a Y? Like Clocky?
Klocki.
Clocky. Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably got it when it was $1 or something. But I like puzzle games, so anytime I see one, I'm like, if it's $1, I might as well get it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like I said, some of the puzzles just don't make sense. I think I played a total of 30 minutes of this shit.
So I know, this is the funny thing is that I know I love video games, and streaming them is a good time, but puzzle games are one of those games where it's I don't think I could ever stream. Because it's going to show how stupid I am, and I'm just I know I'm already stupid, but this is going to prove the fact that no, you're stupid.
Dude, I streamed. There's a donut puzzle game. I don't remember what it's maybe it was Donut Factory or something like that, but it was a free one I got on Epic Games, and I streamed it and like I was blowing through it, and like I think I was talking mad shit because I was like, "Oh, this shit's fucking mad easy, blah blah, blah, so simple." I got to one puzzle that I still can't get past. Like still to this day, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. The pink donut goes here, and the blue, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry. No, it has conveyor belt. So like
Ah.
that, I forgot this is so like you have to stamp the donut with certain things, so like pink, then blue, then spark, then then sprinkles, then frosting, or this and this and this, and like it has to go in order. And
Mhm.
like I just don't know. I still can't get that one completed that what's it called that level, but it's fucking good. I love puzzle games.
Mhm.
And then I played Red Dead Not a bunch with a friend. Um, we beat the game pretty much. Um, played some RuneScape, Dragon Wilds, pretty good. I'm still like super early on in that game. The combat's fun. They also updated and added new, I think ranged like weapons are here now. So like I think bows and stuff are in now.
Uh-huh.
No, they were already in. Their spells are in, I think, is what it is. Oh, I played a game called Straft Taft. Sorry. Straft at.
Okay. What is this?
It's a shooter game. Um I don't know. My one friend called it like a tactical shooter, but it's not. It's a lot more like COD than anything. Because you run and gun pretty easily, in my opinion. At least.
Mhm.
Oh, but it's like trying to think of multiplayer. You're in like a very like small square. Usually the rounds are like based. In like a small square area, and you small square like arena, and you just pick up the guns on the ground. You can't reload. Like you can reload them, but only with the limited ammo that's in the gun or on the gun or whatever that comes with it. And
Yeah.
then you have to pick up a new one that spawns. Like so, if you pick one up, it spawns within like a second or two again where you just picked it up. So you could technically just sit and fight where you're at, or move around, and there's more weapons everywhere. So um, it's fun. We had a lot of fun. You know, it's just like you could do 2v2, 1v1v1v1. You could do two like 1v1s, whatever. Like a
Mhm.
bunch of different shit with 4 players. And yeah, I really like the idea of it. It's like quick gunplay type shit.
Yeah.
Um, good game. It's completely free. And it like shows why it's free, kind of, because it is like one like it's fucking ugly, but like that's also like kind of a charm to it,
Mhm.
in my own opinion. But yeah, like just a good like fun time. Like if you're trying to kill like maybe an hour or something with some friends, pick it up, play it. Um, I think that's it.
No movies or anything?
No, I definitely have movies, but
I know there was something you really wanted to tell me about
oh,
something.
thank you, Joe. You really,
Mhm.
I'm glad you said that because I was gonna forget all about this shit.
You're like,
All
eh,
right,
I got nothing.
what
Uh-huh.
does Sean talk about movies all the time?
What if?
What do you talk about all the time about what do you love so much about movies and TV shows?
Yeah, I don't know. This feels like a personal question.
So like when you buy them, how do you buy them?
Oh, usually like physically.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I've started buying physically.
Oh no. Oh no, you're going down the same rabbit hole I'm going through.
So I figured you were going to be happy about that because um
I am usually when somebody has like a physical collection, I usually am, but it's like I'm at a point as well where like my shelves are like basically full, and there's like some movie releases that like I still like I'm trying to keep like my finger to the pulse about.
mine's more tame.
Okay.
And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And I don't like I'm not trying to be rude. Um I just mean like
Rude.
what happened. The reason I'm doing this is because something happened recently where like we all like my entire family kind of shares different things like Netflix. One person has Netflix, one person has Disney Plus,
Mm.
one person has Hulu, one person has this that. Um and something happened, we just like got rid of one of them, and I was like, oh shit, that had the thing I really liked. And I
Mm.
was like, I could just put it on my own server and I watch it whenever I want. And I was like, I think I'm gonna make a server. So like I I looked online and I was like, how much is a DVD writer reader? And it's like $20. So I
Yeah,
bought one.
there are others that's like Blu-ray or like 4K. I've been
Yeah,
thinking about doing
so the
that too.
4K Blu-ray ones are like 100 plus.
Yeah,
And I really didn't want to do that. But I will say, like, totally would love the quality because the quality is better.
yeah.
But I got the DVD writer reader. Jesus fucking Christ, I went through like 6 different softwares that can copy um that stuff, which VLC is terrible.
Hmm.
I don't know why it's that bad when it should just copy your fucking DVD. Because I used it when I was younger.
Hmm.
And then I think it's called Handbrake. Um, that one again, like used it when I was a kid. Now it's garbage for some reason, or I'm not doing it, which is also very fucking possible. Um, so I found 2 that worked. Both I think you had to pay for, and one of them would only.
Oh God.
Um, what was it doing? Oh, I had to tell it to not put subtitles on very specifically, or else it would put subtitles on every video, and that's how it played. It would just open the video. You didn't have like it also didn't give you the start menu, which I don't like. So like old movies like Mr. 3000 has a menu where you pick play or specials or trailers, and I want that because I like that idea,
Hmm.
of still having that menu. So I wanted like the ISO file or whatever it's called. Um, and I found something to rip the ISO. um, but like it wants you to pay for it, but like you can still rip the ISO file. So like, do I really have to pay for it? Is the question, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
no, the answer is no, I don't have
No, no,
to.
like
But
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
no, and like the funny thing is like I'm one of those people. Like when I was a kid, I would have never paid for it because like just didn't have the money. But like now that I'm an adult, I'm like, um, yeah, like I would give them $20, then I go online and it's like $80. I'm like, fucking no, I'm not giving you $80 for like fucking make it a more affordable thing, and people would give you the money for it, bro. Like, and I wish it was more of a donation because like those always feel better to me than it is like paying for the whole thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think it should be like, again, I think $20 is a good area for that, but
Mhm.
I'm sure they'll have a sale or something one day and I'll pay for it. But yeah, I just been ripping everything. So like, we have a bunch of old DVDs I didn't know. Um, and when I say a bunch, I mean like hundreds. So I pulled everything I wanted, ripped them all already. Um, and what did I just buy? Oh, I told you I bought, or no, did I tell you? I didn't tell you. I don't think so. I bought the Hellboy DVD. I bought,
Hmm.
um, it was a collection. Because what did I, oh, I really wanted the movie
Which one?
and Hancock.
Oh, Hancock.
Uh, yeah. And by the way, I completely forgot the twist in that. Um,
Oh yeah.
which is, yeah, it's completely forgot about that shit. Super great. Really, really good movie still. What else did it come with? Oh, I think it came with I Am Legend. So I got. Did it? No, it didn't. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Was
I'm
it,
like
I was gonna
losing
say
what the
what
fuck I'm.
was it a Will Smith trilogy?
No, 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 no. It came with Hancock, the one I wanted, Hellboy, and I was like, oh fuck, like Hellboy was great too. Total Ron Perlman and all that shit, right?
Hmm.
Um, and then it came with Ghost Rider, which like, I guess I was like, whatever, like 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And I just ripped all that shit, and then uh, that that those three movies were $5, and I was like, oh, that's so cheap. I was like, I should look at other things, and then I came across Road Trip and Euro Trip, triple play DVD, which also had Road Trip Beer Pong, which was like the second one of those or whatever, or third one, I guess. And it was like $3 for all those, and I was like, oh, dude, I was having like a fucking like roll down through shit that, oh, if I can get a bunch of movies for $3, I'll buy everything. So like, I was
Yeah,
just
I
going
mean,
through and like picking
yeah,
up a ton of fucking DVDs.
DVDs are pretty cheap, so like that's kind of the good part about DVDs is that like you can find them anywhere. But it's just like that's
And
also the other issue is that like well, Blu-rays now I would have to say are cheaper now. But if you want better quality, obviously the Blu-ray. But that depends on you.
no, yeah, they are still more expensive though. Like, more so where it comes into play, it's more expensive. Is like, The Office on DVD is like $30, I think, right now.
Mm.
Blu-ray, it's almost 100.
Yeah, well, I think it's because the Blu-ray got like sold out for like a good bit, so it's like right now people are selling it like for higher prices because it's I don't think it's in print anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to do this all now as well. I really don't
Yeah.
care. Quality is like 50-50 on me, because like, honestly, like, it's I'll put shit on in the background just to hear it,
Mhm.
not even really watch it. So like, I just want to hear it. Quality won't really do much for me if I'm just listening to it.
It's funny you're mentioning this about like collecting like DVDs and stuff like that because like right now I've hit a problem where there's this movie that was coming out. I forgot to pre-order this like a while back, but I was going to pre-order it through Amazon, but Amazon has its own set of issues whenever you pre-order stuff because sometimes they, you can request a pre-order, but then once the day happens or like a couple days before the thing's supposed to release, they can just say, "Oh, we don't have enough copies, so we're going to cancel your pre-order." That can happen on an Amazon. But this one movie in particular is this I believe it is a Chinese movie called The Cat. It's from 1991 or 2, but it's this very, very weird movie by a very interesting director. I forgot to pre-order this, and the limited edition version of this thing is like sold out for specifically the US version. But you can pick up a UK region-free version on like other websites for a lot cheaper, and that's what I did recently. I picked it up from UK. The only thing I don't like is that for a lot of UK imports, they have like the rating, and the rating is like in this really gross font on like the corner of like the packaging. I don't like how it looks, but I'd rather pay $35 rather than what people are trying to sell it for like fucking like double the price. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And especially even the fact that like this thing's supposed to get like a regular release, like just the disc, not disc and case, but the limited edition comes like with all these bonus features and stuff like that. And it's like this little booklet, a poster, like all these like cool little additions. But even then, like pre-ordering the US standard release is like $40 compared to like the import where it's like I said, like $37. And it's like, what is happening? Like the imports are like so like they're much cheaper than like getting like the actual release edition of like the US version. So I found like this website called Orbit DVD. They do imports as well. They're also located here in the States, which is kind of cool, in North Carolina. So like I've been looking through their catalog and like they have a bunch of like good imports. Like another movie I've been eyeing is like Jackie Chan's Crime Story, which is like his more serious like movies. But it's like they're selling it for cheaper compared to like Amazon, which is like it's the same thing. It's still an import from Amazon, but Amazon's selling it for like I think like $20 more compared to like Orbit DVD, and Orbit DVD is like selling it at like a pretty good price even with shipping. So it's like it's one of these things where it's like you have to like kind of open up a little bit more of when you want to find like other movies and stuff like that. And it sucks because like I wanted to I completely forgot to pre-order The Cat. But like seeing it now and then people are like, "Oh yeah, this crazy ass movie came out," and like fucking pre-orders are gone. The US standard release is gone. On top of that, people on eBay are like selling it for like $100, where like the MSRP for this thing was like $40 here in the States. and then it's just like it doubled, and it's like it's mind-boggling. But that becomes also the issue with like certain movies as well, is that like the print release can sometimes be limited. It just happens because yeah, it's just one of those things when you collect movies or video games as well. It's just like sometimes they just don't like do enough prints, and you're kind of just stuck. Or even then, it's just like it's depending on which distributor has the license for it, and like whether or not they're able to keep up with the license. Because another good like there's a bunch of like ones that I really like Arrow Video does like some really cool releases of like 80s movies that you kind of missed out on, or like just like smaller budget like indie movies. Sometimes like Arrow does it, sometimes 88 Films is like mostly like Asian cinema mostly. Criterion, obviously everybody knows, where it's like more of the art house kind of movies, but like sometimes having some classics on there. I'm trying to think of the other one. Kino Lorber is like another one. But like a lot of distributors have like some good shit that you want, but sometimes that shit gets sold out, and it's like, what do you do now? Like, do you wait for a standard release that might or might not happen? Yeah, it's really dependent. So they shipped out my copy of The Cat from the UK. Good, like I said, good thing it's like it's region free. The only thing I hear about is that I don't know whether or not this thing might be censored, because this movie has like a weird backstory where like there were some allegations of like animal cruelty. So to kind of keep up with like making sure that people wouldn't be too disturbed, the UK version of the movie has like some edited scenes, but not to the extent where like you don't fully understand what's going on. It's just like to reduce a little bit of the cruelty, which, to be fair, for me personally, it's about a cat. I don't really like cruelty towards cats or any animal, especially ones that are like considered domestic partners. That sounds weird. It sounds like you're married to a dog or a cat, but like, you know, like domestic animals mostly. So I don't really like that, but you know, we'll see. If anything happens where it's like, oh yeah, like the US version has like crazy scenes that were added or something like that, which I don't think is the case. I'll probably try to get like the standard release of this movie, but I don't know if I'm willing to throw down like $40 additional to get like just the standard version. But I'm glad I got like the limited edition, because what's cool as well is that like apparently this movie was also released in Japan, and the Japanese version of this movie was called something else, and then has completely different characters but still keeping kind of like the same material and stuff like that. Like it's a very weird like addition, because it was like two different like stories, but like made for two different markets. It's very weird, and I'm really like keen on watching this movie, The Cat. Sorry, Chonch wanted to go on a little bit of a rant about collecting movies. So yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Because yeah, I mean, like I said, most of my collection now, because like that was also the other thing I was like looking up of like, oh yeah, like all the movies I still have to watch. But I collected like a shit ton of like foreign movies, and it's just like I still gotta watch those. And like I've heard good stuff about them, and I just gotta watch. Radiance is also like another good distribution company, because they come up with like a lot of foreign movies, and it's a lot of shit that like I wouldn't have known about. Like the movie that I sent the picture of like what the cover looks like, The Beast to Die, and it's like this fucking cool ass cover of like dude holding a woman with a gun like pointed at the camera, and it's like that's a fucking sick ass cover. Yeah, I love it when movies have like little additional things, especially like reversible like covers. I love that shit too. So yeah, that's Chonch. You were talking about movies on your end, but I think that's something I would like to do personally. Like I would like to get one of like the Blu-ray converters and like do like a server as well for my Blu-rays.
I would keep like a lock on that, like sorry, words are
escaping
slipping out of my head right now. I'll keep a watch on it, like something where like you're looking for the price constantly, or watching the price constantly of those, because find one you know, like check up and see like, you know, what's good. through whatever reviewers you trust. Find the one you want for reading and writing Blu-rays. Make sure it works with 4K, by the way, because some of them only work with Blu-ray, not 4K UHD or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because the ones that I was reading, like the cheaper end ones that are no name, because I bought a no name DVD one,
Mhm.
works, but it had a 50-50 shot of it's not working. Even some of the branded name ones, I was looking at the 4K UHD Blu-ray ones, and those, like some of the branded names, people were like, this thing barely works or doesn't work at all, or you just have to be careful what you pick up because some of them sound pretty.
Mm. Yeah, because a lot of the imports that I have are Blu-ray, so I think getting a Blu-ray disc reader would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like maybe check around like
Which ones
a
are the good
holiday
ones? Yeah.
and just price wise too. Like once you find what you want, try to like see if you can get it deal, because
Mm.
again, like 150. I think the most expensive one I saw was like $200-300, and I was like, why? Like, just fucking reading and copying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. The only other thing I would say is like I already so I have a 4 terabyte for my games, and then I have two 2 terabyte SSD or NVMe's. Um, and one of them is for videos that I record, and then the other one I'm now using is for copying videos like DVDs and stuff. Um, yeah, I already need a fucking external, so I have to start looking out for, because I need like an 8 terabyte or something or bigger. Um, which is like kind of the thing I'm thinking about, just building a server, because server hard drives are way fucking cheaper to use. Um, I mean, they get expensive because obviously you can get higher terabytes, but I mean, like a 12 terabyte server drive would be really nice to have versus like having to buy a 4 or 5 terabyte external that's gonna cost me like $400 still. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I get you.
yeah. Anyways, I watched Passenger 57. That's Wesley Snipes and some other person I don't
Oh,
remember.
okay. Yeah, let's see. That sounds familiar.
Uh, Wesley Snipes. Trying to find the other name here. Details. Bruce Payne, Tom Sizemore, and Sizemore.
Sizemore. Yeah,
And Alex Datcher. I don't know those names at all.
it's okay.
Director's Kevin Hooks, which I bet you don't know that name.
Kevin Hooks. No.
And then I watched Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Oh yeah, I heard that's a good animated movie.
It's like 50-50.
Wow, this guy hates the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They made the turtles look weird, and I don't think their voices are great, but it's fine.
Oh, it's not like the original animation. Not original,
No,
but like the more 2000s.
no, this is like maybe this is 2000s. I don't really like it. I like the
Guy
original turtle animation.
guy hates movies.
Well, like all the turtles have normal like turtle jaws, I guess, and then Ralph has like a super big squared one. And I'm like, why is he the only one that looks different? They always look the same except for the fucking color.
Oh, I
I, I
I
just,
I kind of like when they try to make the turtles different, because then it's like, oh, you can kind of differentiate themselves besides the bandanas.
I guess, but they made like the purple one super skinny. I don't know. It's too different to me. But I'm not saying it's bad. I just didn't really like it. But
I
the
hate it.
entirety of it was good. Like story's fine, all that other stuff. I just didn't really like the voice and the drawing. Um, I think I told you Event Horizon last time, but still really was happy I watched that. It was good.
I have that movie. I forgot I pre-ordered that and I got it on 4K.
Um, shit, I really don't remember all the other stuff I watched. Um, I watched the newest season of Rick and Morty, which is great.
Oh yeah, I still gotta watch that. Mm-hmm.
I watched new Superman.
Hey, cause I'm
It's
a
good.
punk rocker. Yes, I am. Uh-huh.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
song.
You're like this movie's woke.
Movie was great.
Great.
Really enjoyed it.
You mean greatly woke?
This guy's stupid.
Hey man, don't tell me. Fucking people. This is what the fucking nonsense was.
Mm-hmm. The Legend of Ochi is on HBO. I'm gonna watch that today.
Nice.
I
would recommend watching Peacemaker series.
Did I finish this? Oh, I did finish Barry. Did we talk about Barry?
Yes and no, because I have not finished the series.
Fucking finish it, dude. So
I know,
good.
I know. I kind of regret not finishing it. I'm kind of at a point where like, do I just restart watching it?
Yes, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably get through it.
If like you don't really remember, it's time to rewatch it. Oh, you know what? I actually about until I looked at this picture of Henry Winkler. Henry Winkler? Henry Winkler?
Yeah, Henry Winkler.
Is it Rink or Wink?
Winkler.
Okay. Yeah, good show. Kind of lost. I wasn't like the biggest fan of the end. But good.
Okay. No, I'll probably watch it again.
I started rewatching Sopranos.
Woke up this morning, got yourself a girl.
Gabagool.
Eating some gabagool.
Good movie. Or sorry, good show. Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I really haven't. I have
You're
no.
not missing anything.
Okay, because I have no interest in watching like that at all.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's the problem. Is that like it's a movie that's like really like not necessary to make, minus the fact that like it's money for Adam Sandler and his buddies.
Well, I like Adam Sandler.
I know
most of the people around him are pretty okay.
You love Hubie Halloween, yeah.
I really do love.
I know.
Did you not like Hubie Halloween?
I never watched it. I don't know. But like every trailer that I've seen,
stupid, but it's really good.
Every trailer I've seen, I'm just like, I kind of already know how this is. It's like it's kind of every other Adam Sandler movie.
It's dumb and jokey.
Yeah.
This guy hates Adam Sandler, bro. So
I liked him in Uncut Gems.
What a bad movie to like him in.
Exactly. You like him for his dumb, goofy shit. I like it when he does serious roles.
He didn't do anything in it. All he did was.
What do you mean he didn't do anything in it? He was literally the
jeweler. Let me jewel you, bro.
Yeah, and then is it Kevin Gardner?
Who?
The basketball player?
Oh yeah, the guy that was in it for 5 seconds and said,
yeah, and he's like, "Where the fuck is my jewels, jewel man?" And then Adam Sandler's like, "Ooh, Hubie Halloween." And yeah,
if he said Hubie Halloween, I would have fucking paid more attention. Yeah. So wait, did you watch The Cobbler?
No.
That's not funny.
I never saw The Cobbler. What is
this serious work? Go watch it.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll watch it. All right. Fucking weirdo.
He makes shoes. It's a dumb fucking movie.
Are you fucking weirdo? Coming at me being like, why don't you just watch everything he's been? And I'm like,
because you said that you don't like his funny stuff. Well,
I never said. I said I like his serious stuff.
Hold on, that's what you said, and that's why I was like, you didn't watch The Cobbler. That would be you liking the serious stuff. Go watch The Cobbler.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say funny. So I'm surprised you didn't say like Rain on Me or Punch Drunk Love, but The fucking Cobbler. Okay.
Nobody wants to watch Punch Drunk Love.
I want to watch Punch Drunk Love. I love Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, I know who that is. So
you know Boogie Nights.
I've never watched Boogie Nights.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah, but it's not Hubie Halloween.
It's not Hubie Halloween. No, it's not. It stars Mark Wahlberg, if that matters.
Great. Nope. I stopped watching The Italian Job recently because I saw Mark.
He's coming out with another
Mine's-
movie that's like another Italian Job movie.
Great.
And he's like, I
I'm
gotta
really
punch.
tired of him.
And he's like, I gotta punch more Vietnamese guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a piece of shit.
Him and Liam Neeson gotta team up and fight the minorities.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, like, something, I think, like, the reason that I kind of have been more off-put to Wahlberg recently is because of that. And I saw him in, like, an Eminem interview. I've seen this thing a bunch of times, but for some reason recently I just saw it. And, like, Eminem was joking with him, and, like, Mark Wahlberg just looks so fucking angry, and I was like, what, like, hit my, like, brain at that time was like, oh, he's probably just angry all the time. And then I was like thinking about him beating, just fucking dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking just pissed off guy. Fuck this guy, man. And like I said, when I just like, it was like maybe a few days after I seen that, I was trying to watch The Italian Job, and I was just like, never mind. Like exit. Go watch something else, man.
Go watch Hubie Halloween again.
Oh, such a fucking. I haven't watched it again. I need to. You know what? I'm gonna put it on right now.
In the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got myself some gabagool.
Gabagool. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Rick and Morty's good. I don't remember everything I watched, but I watched a bunch more stuff. Just don't remember.
Okay.
I am gonna point out that again, Superman's very good.
What happened?
You watched Superman, right?
Yeah, I saw it in theaters.
Was there like, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part was where he demanded to see Not Crypto, excuse me. Yeah. Crypto.
When he's getting carried into like the jail area.
Yeah. Or when he went into Lex's office and was like, "Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?
Where's the dog?" And then I forget who asks him. It's like, "Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "He's probably scared and alone." And I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!" That hit me on like a personal level. That this fucking like immortal being is worried about a dog. And I'm like, a dog.
A dog. A dig.
But I also think that like Nathan Fillion is also great as Guy Gardner. I know nothing of like the Green Lanterns, but Nathan Fillion is fucking fantastic.
My favorite part, I think, is Superman's like ultra down on himself, sitting in Lois Lane's house, and she's like, "Don't you think they need help?" And you see Guy Gardner back there with a giant, like, it's almost like a squeaky hammer, but like it's not making squeaky noises. But in my head, it was making.
It makes you squeaky.
And he's just slamming the shit out of this like space monster, and Superman looks at Lois and goes, "No, it's like a level 2 imp monster from like X Galaxy or something."
Yeah.
And like I'm just sitting there like watching him bop this thing on the head, and I was just like, it's one of the goofiest fucking things.
So you know what's funny is that like this movie is like the most comic book movie like I think I've seen because of how cartoonish everything is. But it works well because obviously Superman comics are incredibly cartoonish. Because I remember, I think the interview with James Gunn asking him of like, oh, like, you know, for your Superman movie, what are the inspirations or like, what are the comics that you took to inspiration for the movie? And he's like, oh, All-Star Superman is like the biggest one. So I was like, oh, okay, All-Star Superman. So I read a little bit of All-Star Superman, and it's the most cartoony fucking Superman comic I've ever read. But it's like, I never read any other like Superman comics, so I don't know how like crazy it gets. But there's this one particular part of All-Star Superman that I really think hits home, and it's specifically about the other Supermen that show up. So there's a specific chapter in All-Star Superman that's like these strangers come to the Kent farm, and you know, they're there for a little bit, but there's also this thing where Pa Kent is still alive, and the story keeps going, and one of these strange men go to Clark and they're like, hey, we're actually Supermen from another universe. Like, there's 3 guys in total. Like, we're Supermen from like different like time periods, essentially. The thing is that like this particular day is very important because this is the day that you become Superman. And to Clark, it's like, what are you talking about? What does that mean? So then one of the Supermen is like, the reason why we're here as well is because this interdimensional being is here that's wreaking havoc and we got to stop it. But it causes like events to happen, like whether they be good or bad or something. So basically the twist of that particular chapter is that Pa Kent dies. And it's like, oh, like this is what that means of like, this is where Superman becomes Superman. Because during Clark's fight with like the interdimensional being, there's a moment where he like stops his fight and he's like, I don't hear my dad's heartbeat. And then it's like him rushing to the farmhouse to see his dad. And then it goes back to the other Supermen fighting that interdimensional monster, defeating it. And then one of the Supermen that's bandaged up takes off his bandages and essentially is Clark from the future. And basically the other Supermen talk to him and they're like, you know, did you enjoy your time here? Like, you know, I know it must have been hard because this is the moment where your father passed away. And then Clark's like, yeah, but I got to talk to him one last time. And then it cuts to the bandaged Superman talking to Pa Kent, basically telling him that, like, you know, how do you feel, this and that, and, you know, everything about Clark, and basically Pa Kent being incredibly proud of Clark. And it's like, it's a very, very, like, heartwarming and, like, also very sad and melancholy, like story. But essentially All-Star Superman is
an all-star.
Essentially the overarching story is that Superman is dying, and there's an unspecific amount of time that he has left, so he's doing things to basically leave a better world behind. So he's like admitting the truth to people, or of him being Superman, specifically to Lois Lane, or like trying to do some good with like Bizarro Superman's world and like stuff like that, like very like interesting like things. But it's like essentially like what makes Superman Superman, and it's him just trying to be a nice person. Like, even though he is essentially a god, he's just a nice guy. And that's what really like characterizes him throughout like this whole thing. Even with him dying, it's him explaining that, like, I want to leave things in a good spot. Like, he's like, I know things are not going to last forever, but for the meantime, I just want things to be good. And then watching this movie, after I read that chapter of All-Star Superman, it's like, yeah, Superman is just a nice guy. And then it's crazy to hear this argument that, like, oh, the Snyder Superman was so much better because he was darker. Yeah. And I'm like, that misses the whole point of Superman. Like, even as somebody that's never read a Superman comic or is like getting into one, it's like Superman is just a super nice guy. Like, that's all he is. But like, he is somebody that stands for, in his beliefs, that like the world needs some good. And that's what I feel like that movie does. And it does a really good job in like showing that like Superman cares about this people of Earth, and like cares for like the small things.
When they were like, Superman's just here to bang our women. I was like,
to enslave us.
I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah, I like that twist though. I like that twist of like, oh, the rest of the video was just basically his parents being like, go fuck all the women out there, Clark.
Yeah. It's way better than,
or Kal-El. Yeah.
It was way better than just being like, bad guy doesn't like good guy fight.
So here's the other thing. I really like Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I think he worked out well. He's fucking great. But even then, when you have like little to no context of like why Lex Luthor hates Superman, and then I was like interested, I'm like, why does he hate Superman so much? And it's essentially, well, Superman caused him to go bald, but then the other thing that the reason why Lex doesn't like him so much is because Superman literally has caused a stagnation in human advancement. That the fact that this immortal being has come down and has become the savior of humanity means that people don't strive for anything else. And Lex fucking hates that. And hates the fact that this fucking alien is the one that is basically in control of human will. And he's like, we gotta get rid of this fucking thing. And I'm like, oh, that's a really great supervillain like reasoning. That like, even like to the furthest extent of like, I will cause the death of this thing, or even the death of innocent people, to make sure that we as a race of beings will advance beyond this thing. Like, I don't care how much I have to sacrifice, I will fucking make sure that this motherfucker is dead. And I'm like, oh, like, that's a very good supervillain. But yeah, like, Nicholas Hoult is fucking great. Like, but like, overall, like, Superman is like cartoonish, and that's the whole point. It's a fucking comic book. But the movie itself, I think, is really fun, and I think obviously it has the James Gunn flair of it being like really weird but being very endearing with a lot of the weirdos, especially with the Element Man guy, where he's like I don't want to be in this fucking box with you, but they have my fucking baby at gunpoint. I don't remember if you remember that. Yeah. Which, by the way,
no, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the guy who plays that character is Soho Hank from Barry.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it is.
I love Soho Hank. That's funny.
Soho Hank, Christabel. But yeah, that movie is great. I really liked just everything about it, and then like the twist. I don't know if you want to get into spoilers, but the whole thing with like Ultraman.
Ultraman.
Yeah, the Hammer of Bavaria, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and like that whole arcing thing of like this war happening in the background, but it's actually being like funded
I
by.
would say spoiler because I do want to say something about that.
Okay, so spoilers for Superman. Go see it if you haven't seen Superman. But essentially, you know, that whole thing that Lex Luthor's behind the war. Like, he's doing this to make Superman, like, deal with two things at once. And it's like, who are you going to protect? Are you going to protect the people, or are you going to protect this incoming crisis that's happening now? So I like that whole ordeal. But then, obviously, you know, the whole reveal of, like, who Ultraman is. Not the Japanese giant man in the rubber suit.
It's just Superman copied or whatever.
Yeah, it's a clone of Superman. Yeah, it's a clone Superman. I initially thought it was going to be Bizarro, but then it's just like, oh, that might be the thing because he got thrown into a black hole. So who knows? But yeah, I like that twist. It's just like, oh, what the fuck? It's a fucking clone? And then it's like Lex revealing that, yeah, you had so many fights, you're going to fucking spill some DNA somewhere. So we just took it. And I'm like, yeah, that's some supervillain shit, so that makes sense. But yeah, everything about the movie is like, it's really fun. I've been planning on like rewatching it because it's on HBO Max now.
That's how I was able to see it.
Yeah, it's a fun time. But I would really recommend watching that the Peacemaker show, especially if you watched James Gunn's Suicide Squad.
No.
I really recommend Suicide Squad. I really do. I was surprised how much I liked it.
Take a look at it.
But that's also part of my week, Peacemaker, but I'll get to that when we get to that.
Gotcha.
But
all
yeah,
done, by the way.
you all done? Now Chunchi go on his 3-hour rant, as Wesley would call it. Time for my TED Talk. So
I'm backing Wesley on that, by the way.
Wow, you bitch. You bitch. How dare you on my show?
Shakes fist at sky.
Yeah, we're doing this shit live. So obviously we've been gone for a good bit. I went out of the country for a little for like a week and a half, sort of. I got my wisdom teeth taken out, so that's been a fun time. If you never had your wisdom teeth taken out. But during that time period, when I was in the other country, I really couldn't go out or do anything too strenuous. So currently, my sister is got a PS5. She's playing God of War 2018. So I was like, you know what? To add more discussion to what she's.
Actually, I'm sorry. Really quickly, can we pause for like a few minutes? I gotta pee really quickly.
Yep. Okay. Pausing right
That's
now.
my bad. I'm sorry about that.
All right, we're back. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So to add part of the conversation of like my sister's ongoing playthrough of God of War 2018, I was like, you know what? Let me play God of War 2018 on my Steam Deck. Runs surprisingly well. Not really 60 FPS, but like I got it to like 45.
Wait, your sister got a Steam Deck?
No, on my Steam Deck. I have a Steam Deck.
I thought you said your sister's Steam Deck.
No, my sister got a PS5.
Right. No, I know that. I thought she also got a Steam Deck.
No, I don't think
I was like, wait a second.
that's a lot of money to be throwing down. But
Well, not even a lot. I just like was surprised that she like that quickly turned from a PlayStation
So-
to a Steam.
so my sister has played video games, but she, you know, once she got older, she kind of like stemmed away from video games for a good bit. So she's been she has like a Nintendo Switch and a PS4, but she's very casual. So she was debating on getting a PS5, and I kind of told her that like, yeah, why, you know, if you got the money for it, honestly, why not? And it was a good thing that she got hers pretty like before the hike in the price. So she got hers at like original price before the increase.
Mhm.
So she's been playing it. She finished it. She got to the reveal at the end, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna play Ragnarok. So I was like, okay. So she hasn't started Ragnarok yet because she's doing some other stuff that she has to do. But like, while she was playing 2018 on her PS5, I was in another country playing on my Steam Deck 2018. And I was like, yeah, this fucking game, it's still very good. It's still a very, very good game. I just went straight story. I didn't do like any side quests or anything because the side quests for the most part and like the collecting of like stuff doesn't really like do anything for me personally. But the only thing I think is interesting is the walk and talks you have with like either Mimir or Atreus, where like, you know, Mimir talks to you about like certain lore about like certain Aesir gods or like what Mimir's job used to be when he was with Odin, or even then when Kratos like explains that like what his time in Greece, like how it was. Mimir Uwu. And then yeah, so 2018 I played a lot on my Steam Deck. The other thing I played a lot of was Hollow Knight. Because
What are the old one?
So the old one, because I never finished the old one.
Okay.
Because Silksong came out. Obviously Silksong is a sequel to Hollow Knight. I played Hollow Knight for a good bit, and it got to a point where I was just like, you know what? I put it down for a good bit, and then I came back to it like recently, and well, not recently, but like, you know, earlier a little bit this year, and I was like,
in Hollow Knight 2, you play as Bug Woman, so is it?
it is woke because she has more moves than your guy Hollow Knight, so it's woke. But
So stupid.
I was like, you know what? Let me just restart. So I restarted Hollow Knight clean. I'm basically at the I'm basically at the end of Hollow Knight. The only thing I'm doing right now is like some of the DLC stuff.
Is it like basically clean up stuff?
Yeah, basically. Because like this DLC in particular was called the Grim Troop, where it's like these new characters got added and stuff like that. But this game being a Metroid like Vania game, it's like there's so many secrets and there's so much stuff. Even to activate the DLC, you have to go find how to activate it, and I didn't know how, so I basically had to look up guides and stuff like that, and like, how the fuck do I access this DLC? There's a bunch of other DLCs as well. They're very, very tough. I don't know whether or not I'm going to do them, because there's one literally called like the Path of Pain, which is like you got to do like an obstacle course and then fight some bosses, and I'm like, that sounds like too much. And I saw a little bit of gameplay and I'm like, oh my god, that's a lot. There's also like another one of like I forget, like the Pantheon of Gods or something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like it's another boss rush kind of thing.
Yeah, boss rush. Yeah.
So Hollow Knight has a lot, but playing it's fun. Exploring is also fun. Finding a way to get around and traversing is also like the fun aspect of Hollow Knight. It got to a point where it's just like there's a thing that I'm missing, and I don't know where the fuck it is. And then I had to look up a guide of just like, where can I find this one particular item, because it's not very important, but it's like it helps with traversal, and it's like, oh, it's like located in like a section you were in, but like in an offshoot wall that you like have to break down. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. But
Like, yeah,
so,
there's so many secrets in that game.
yeah, so that's the whole thing with like Metroid, Castlevania games. Is just like there's gonna be secrets and you got to go find them.
Yeah, which is great, honestly.
Yeah, that's the fun. That's the whole aspect of those things. Because like I played Animal Well. Animal Well is also another one of those of like it's pixel art. You're a little bloboid, and it's Metroidvania, but like that game is packed with secrets to the point where like when I got to the end of the game, I'm like, oh, there's actually kind of like a true ending. And it got to the point where it was just like, oh, in order to get the true ending, you got to find all these collectibles. And it's like, I forget how many, but it's a lot. And I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. And I'm like, I'll just leave it at that, at like how I ended this. And I'm like, that's cool to see, like, you know, that this game has a lot that you can do. I think the reason why I'm kind of hesitant on like collecting stuff, and I think the game that really killed it for me with collecting was Batman Arkham City. That game, because of the Riddler trophies, if you remember that.
That's not the one where you can do the car, is it?
Yes.
Okay, the car one, yes, that was too much.
Yeah. That's that. I went way too fucking crazy with the collectibles in that game. I got all the Riddler trophies, and when I finished that, I was like, I'm never ever doing that again for a game. Ever. With that crazy amount of collecting. Granted, there are some games that I do play that I do try to get all the trophies for, and I do find the collecting, because it's part of the trophy listing. But it's like to that extent of like there's like hundreds of these fucking things. Never again. Never fucking again. If it's like at least like half, fine. That's okay. Then I could just put on a podcast in the background and then like go find these things with a guide open. But never again. Like fucking Batman Arkham City. So Hollow Knight,
Batman Arkham City.
Yeah. When Batman was like, "Let's fuck," and I'm like in the car, and Batman's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Okay."
He's like getting my whip,
getting my Batmobile. So Hollow Knight is cool. I'm literally at the end. I'm about to fight the final boss, but like I said, like you said, it's like you're doing cleanup. So yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now. With that, there was like some other stuff that came out during that week when I went out of the country. Shinobi, Art of Vengeance. Art of Vengeance. I was supposed to say Revenge, or Rage. Art of Vengeance came out. That is the new Shinobi game. It's a 2D side-scrolling platform action game. It's really fun. I haven't finished it, but it's really fun. With the addition of Ninja games, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, that's where I got confused, came out as well. That is back to the formula of Ninja Gaiden of side-scrolling 2D platforming action, but it's done by the people that did Blasphemous. So there's a lot of like crazy pixel art stuff. The people who did Shinobi did the new did Streets of Rage 4. So that art style is like kind of similar with Streets of Rage 4. But both great games. The only thing I hear that people have a bit of issue with is that Shinobi is a lot easier, while Ragebound Ninja Gaiden game is a little bit more challenging, but doesn't really give you as much like combat stuff compared to Shinobi. So it's like you could take it either or, but they're both very good games. I highly recommend them. I was playing a little bit more of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, and that game has a really cool gimmick. I don't know if you want me to kind of spoil what the gimmick is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, so essentially the story is that you're two ninjas. One of the ninjas is the enemy ninja clan, called the Black Ninja Clan, and essentially she's female, and her whole thing is that basically she merges her spirit with a Hayabusa ninja, their sworn enemy essentially, and they have to work together to defeat like the demons of that world. So the gimmick is that every time you get to like a demon point, you can do astral projection, which allows you to play as the female ninja, and she basically has to go around basically opening doors and stuff like that. And then when you do that, you go back to the Hayabusa ninja, and he's the one that does the fighting. But you still use the female ninja because she's the one that throws she's the one that throws shurikens and daggers and stuff like that. So there's really cool elements with that. You know, the other thing that you can do is a thing called like a guillotine boost, which is essentially a jump boost that also does hit. And it's very cool because like it adds to like the platforming of like, how do I get to this platform? It's like essentially jump on like enemies to get to that platform. So that's fun. That's a very fun game. It's very challenging at times, especially with the bosses, because it's like they have bosses have patterns that you kind of have to like get around. There's also like hypercharge attacks where it's like specific enemies are going to be like marked with like specific attacks or specific colors that you have to attack with. So blue stands for the Hayabusa ninja, and then like pink stands for the Black Ninja Clan. So it's like this particular enemy is marked in blue, so hit him with the Hayabusa ninja, and then you get hypercharge, and you basically like one hit kill enemies. And then with same thing with the pink is that you have to throw a dagger at them to kill, and then you get a hypercharge, and you can use that to kill one shot enemies. So it's very cool stuff. The boss fights have been pretty fun. And then same thing with Shinobi. Shinobi, its art style is gorgeous, which I have to throw that on top. The platforming is really fun, and then like the amount of like combat variation stuff that you can do is insane. Like it's an action game. Like it's almost like in the level of like Devil May Cry almost, because it's like you can do so many combos and stuff like that, and it's like it's fucking nuts. Yeah, those games have been like really, really fun. I've been really enjoying those games. The other thing I'm trying to think about is what else have I been playing? I'm trying to look at like what I've been futzing around with in my Steam Deck. I played a little bit of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands because Borderlands 4 came out, and I'm like, I'm not putting down money for Borderlands 4 because that game has performance issues currently, so they're fixing that obviously, but yeah, we'll see. Resident Evil remake, basically the first Resident Evil game, but the remake version of that. High in Life, playing a little bit more of that because I was just like, let's see how it runs on my Steam Deck. Dying Light 2, a little bit of, and what else? And yeah, that was basically what I played on my Steam Deck. Oh, Gears of War Reloaded, because I love.
We talked about that,
yeah. Yeah. So I've been playing a little bit of that on my Steam Deck. Now I've been playing on my PS5 because I bought it for PS5 originally, but I wanted to play it, when I was out of the country. So now being back, I'm like, you know what? Let me play some games here back home. So back home, I bought some stuff as well, because there's currently a sale. I was mentioning before, I bought the Yu-Gi-Oh game. I bought some just.
You picked anything up when you were in the other place?
When I was in El Salvador, like
yeah. I mean, did you buy anything there? Or?
No, not really. Just like it's mostly. Well, my mom bought stuff, but it's mostly for like food to bring back. As for like video games and stuff like that.
Go over when you guys come home? I'm just wondering.
Like bringing food.
Yeah, I know usually it can be sorry. I've never gone anywhere before, so I only know from like TV where they're like, you can't bring this food back with you. I didn't know if they ever give you.
No, so for El Salvador, they don't give you any guff. As for the States, really? It really depends. The States.
Well, that's what I meant. The States, when you come back home with it, do they ever say anything?
Not necessarily. They do check your bag sometimes, like because that was an ordeal we had where we came back. And then my mom was like not hauled off, but like she was asked to go to the side to get her checked.
Yeah,
her bag
off sounds really bad.
Yeah, to get rechecked essentially, and essentially it was the bag that was carrying food. But they were like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Okay. But it was essentially just cheese that my mom was bringing back, and bread, and some sweet bread.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, nothing too crazy.
Sweet bread, huh?
Yeah, we call it.
Is it? You guys like it?
Pan de dulce.
Yes, obviously you like it.
Yeah, because it's like bread that we have with like coffee.
Like, what do you think? Like kind of like a Hawaiian? Oh no, coffee's different. So like a dessert or like a breakfast type food?
Yeah, it's more dessert. You can have it with like breakfast as well. It's just like some people like the traditional thing is to have pan de dulce in the morning with your coffee, and then that's your breakfast because the bread is filling. That's the whole thing. But it's
also
also
with the word banda dulce or whatever.
Pan
P?
de P.
Oh,
P.
bread pan. Gotcha.
Pan de dulce, sweet bread.
Okay.
But it's essentially, yeah, it's like a dessert. Like there's a lot of them that like when I went to El Salvador, there's like bakeries with like the specific like breads that you can get, and it's all like pretty much different varieties of bread coated in sugar. But it's also like
Okay.
the majority of them are like either filled with like sweet cheese or yeah, like there's or made with milk, some of them.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, they're good. But that's also the thing is that like there's something it's
Sweet
to
cheese.
it's to enjoy with coffee. It's like kind of like cheesecake almost.
Ooh,
Yeah, because
that sounds good.
there's a sweet bread that I like. It's Salvadorian quesadilla. And quesadilla, I know in Mexico is obviously it's the tortillas together, and that's a quesadilla.
So, well, in this like version, is it just like the encasing bread basically?
Oh, it's encasing food, but
Okay.
that's Mexico. But in El
Well,
Salvador,
what I meant, well, when I said encasing bread, I meant like the bread encasing.
the tortilla encasing it,
Yeah, well, tortilla is basically bread. No?
Well,
Like...
it's queso. That's the thing. It has cheese in it. So
Yeah.
quesadilla. But quesadilla in El Salvador,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, and casing. I mean, I can understand that as well. But
no, because it just makes me think of bread. Because usually it's a type of like bread thing wrapped around something big. And when I think quesadilla, you're right. It is mostly cheese. But like I always get chicken with it, so I never think like
cheese.
another way of it. I'm always like, oh, it's chicken and cheese to me.
Yeah. But in El Salvador, quesadilla is a pastry. It's essentially our version. I should say our because I'm technically an American.
It's ours.
But it's a Salvadorian version of a cheesecake. But it's not like creamy like a cheesecake. It's essentially bread combined with cheese, and then baked, and sesame seeds are put on top, and then you essentially have like a bread that tastes like sweet cheese. Yeah, it's very good, especially with coffee. I really like it. But obviously, because of me having my wisdom teeth taken out, I couldn't really have anything with like small little stuff in it. So like, it couldn't really have quesadilla. Because I really do enjoy quesadillas, but I do love like, there's a very specific pastry that my mom loves, called Maria Luisa's, and that's the name of what it's called. But it's essentially it's like cake kind of, but it's like done with like milk. I think like sweetened condensed milk, but it's like a layer of that with like another layer on top of like a soft bread, with sugar coating on top, and like it's very good. I've had it before. I really like it. But like I said, these are pastries that are meant to like eat with coffee, and then you go along your day or just enjoy and relax. But yeah,
Sounds good.
It's very good. It's very good. If you're able to find a Spanish grocery store and they have Salvadorian stuff.
I was gonna say I know a few Spanish grocery stores, but I don't think they have any of that stuff.
You can always check. I know some of them have
the bread itself, but I don't know about like all the other stuff.
Yeah, because Maria Luisa's are very difficult to find because they're very specific to El Salvador. Not in the sense that like it's impossible to make, but it's just like there's not that many bakeries that do Salvadorian specific stuff. Like there's Brazilian like bakeries, or like there's Mexican bakeries, but it's just like Salvadorian bakeries here in the States, like not really a huge thing.
That makes sense.
Because that's also the other thing is that like the biggest thing I can think of like Brazilian wise is like brigadeiro. That's like sweetened condensed balls. Wrapped in chocolate, and I've had that before. I like brigadeiros. I'm probably saying that incorrectly. But like my sister-in-law like brings that sometimes, but she has like a place that does like Latin America or like South American groceries and stuff like that. So she goes, she picks
your sister-in-law also Salvadorian?
No, she's Brazilian.
Okay.
But yeah, she brings that. So my sister and my sister-in-law are going to Brazil I think later this year. So my sister-in-law brought back these banana chocolate bars. They're small, but man, I really like those things. Those things taste really good. They're really good. So
banana and chocolate are great.
yeah, so I asked my sister, I'm like, can you bring like some back? And my sister's like, yeah, I'll bring some back. But for the most part, it's just like what we brought back, what my mom brought back was like cheese and like pupusas specifically made in El Salvador that we kept frozen.
We talked about that before. Those
yeah, pupusas, yeah. So yeah, my mom brought those back because those are traditional, like from the country El Salvador. So we froze them, and then eventually when family members are ready to come pick those things up, we took them out of the freezer and gave it to them. So,
does your family come to the U.S. ever? From where? From
El Salvador? I mean, all my family members, for the most part, are here in the U.S. I have some family members over there, but they're more extended family rather than immediate family. Because
I meant like them. Do they come over?
Yeah, some of them have. Some of them have come over.
I was gonna say, like, my question from there was, do they have a favorite thing in the U.S. that they're like, oh, like, gotta get a hamburger or something?
No, not really. Because
okay,
1 second. Because the thing is that like a lot of South America, a lot of like Latin American countries are like really welcoming to the idea of like Westernization, specifically like USization of certain things. So a lot of things from the US are already there, like like Pizza Hut, Burger King, yeah, like Burger King, McDonald's, like these are things that are there. But the only thing is that like I don't want to get too political on here, but there is a disparity of wealth. Because there's a lot of people that like don't have a lot of money in those countries, and El Salvador is a pretty much an example of that, where the people who are doing well off are doing pretty well, or it's mostly foreigners coming in and buying up land and basically making vacation homes over there, while the native people basically have to live, in the circumstances that they have to, and basically work every single day, which they do. And they're hardworking people. That's the whole thing. But there's merit to that, but there's also kind of a issue I have personally when it's like, these people work incredibly hard and they're just making ends meet. Because some of them,
dude, I don't even make meat. I just make ends.
Yeah, but that's also the thing is that like certain fast foods like don't really like they're not cheap. Like certain fast foods are pretty expensive. Yeah. So
I mean, even here,
fucking McDonald's.
It's obviously like a greater difference in other countries because I understand the money difference.
Yeah.
But for sure, like the point I'm making is over here, like, what did they say recently? $8 for a meal is their discounted version now. And
yeah, that's wild,
bro. It was like $4 like a couple of years ago. So I've actually
Biden.
just stopped going to. I stopped going to fast food joints, and I'll go to like today I went to a place called Gitano's, and it's a place you call up, order your shit, pick it up, and they make an $8 sandwich better than a fucking shit ass cheeseburger for $8.
Yeah, because I remember I had McDonald's I think months ago, and I was craving like the chicken sandwich, but then I was looking, I was like, oh my god, these prices, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
and it's like it's bad. But back to the whole thing with El Salvador. Funny enough, we were there during a week where basically this donut shop called Mr. Donut was doing a promotion where it's basically buy two for the price of one. So there was lines of people like just waiting for this fucking promotion. But the reason why a lot of them were waiting was because a lot of them resell this stuff. A lot of them go back to like their township and basically resell it to people. I don't know for how much, but they just go back and they're like, okay, we got like boxes of Mr. Donut donuts. Like, look at the donuts here. This is what you're paying for. This is what you're getting. That's it. And then on top of that, it's like, it's hot out. So like the fucking frosting is like melting. So it's like you gotta buy these things fucking fast. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like there is a huge like difference of like wealth of you know what these people are making and how much they have to work. And it's really concerning as well because of the fact that like while we were driving around, we saw billboards of basically like saying that, oh, there's a new complex, a new building that's going to be made in certain like, you know, plain lands. And like somebody already bought up the lands. They're planning on making an apartment building, but like the cost for the apartment building is like more than these people can afford. So basically the people that they're catering to is mostly foreigners coming in and like buying up land or renting the apartment. Or even then, you know, I saw billboards like promoting that, oh, let El Salvador become the next Silicon Valley. So it's like trying to cater to these people to come in and basically put in the money into the country. But there's, like I said, there's still the issue that like a lot of these people are still living in poverty. So yeah, but that's the thing. I can't say anything because I'm American. You know, my parents are from there. But the other issue is that, you know, El Salvador has its massive super prison that has all the gang members in there. So that's kind of the whole thing that people kind of go back to. If you have a little bit of criticism towards El Salvador, people who are like so up in arms about it would be like, so what would you rather have? Would you rather have the gangs out there murdering people? And I'm like, no, I'm not saying that, fucking asshole. I'm saying that people have to work hard and they shouldn't work as hard as they're working just to make ends meet. But, you know, this USA has its own fucking set of problems, but, you know, it drives me nuts. Yeah, that's my piece. That's all I'm going to say. Beautiful country. I've been to El Salvador like multiple times. It's a beautiful country. The only thing is that like driving around is a fucking pain in the ass. But
no, and anytime you talk about it, it's fun.
It's
for sure. Like these other places, people barely know. It's exactly that. You barely know it. You know?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful country. Great people, like hardworking people. But it's just like you know, the government needs to take care of its people more than catering offshore, you know, businesses. So yeah, that was my time over in El Salvador. And playing video games was mostly my whole ordeal. Because try to think what else happened. But yeah, coming back home, I got to watch a little bit more movies. Well, actually, in El Salvador, I was also watching stuff as well because the new season of Peacemaker came out. Season 2. Mm-hmm. Been watching that. Still watching it. Fucking great. There's a twist that happened. That's fucking awesome. People called it like really early. And I'm glad that it's actually that twist because it's fucking great. But I've been watching Alien Earth. I highly recommend watching that series. Even if you have like a little bit of interest with like the Alien franchise, it's a great series. I was mentioning on Instagram of just like, yo, this fucking show like really puts into place of how dystopian and awful living in this world is of corporate like overlords. But I'm like, we're kind of getting to that point here in the US. So it's like, it's hitting way too many marks. But there's a thing that kind of explains the whole thing of the show of like, there are 3 different types of mechanical beings. There's synths, which are like the androids. There are cyborgs, which are essentially people but with modified like limbs. And then there's a new thing that got inserted called hybrids. And basically the first episode explains what hybrids are. And it's like I said, it's really dystopian of just like, oh shit, we're hitting here. But the story overall is really interesting. And then like, I think it's nearing the end. And so far, I've been really enjoying the show. There have been people that like, you know, kind of want to be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word for it. Well, there are people essentially like nitpicking the show and like certain like narrative stuff. And it's like, Yeah, but I mean, it's a science fiction show based in the aliens world. Like, what more do you want from it? Not to say the show can't do anything more. It's just like being weirdly nitpicky for nitpicky's sake. And I'm really enjoying the show, but that's just me. I'm trying to think what else. What else I've been watching? I think that's basically been it. Just been trying to keep up with shows. Oh, Andor. I'm still trying to watch the rest of season 2 of Andor. But yeah, after well, even before I left, I know we did a podcast like way beforehand, and I was talking about like a ton of shit that I was watching, and I was watching like a Jackie Chan collection. So I watched Fearless Hyena. So that was a Jackie Chan movie. And I remember I was mentioning that like the sequel is a fucking weird ass sequel. So I finally watched Fearless Hyena 2. Okay, I need to explain this. This is a fucking bizarre ass movie. So I remember I went online and I just saw on a Reddit forum that like Fearless Hyena is such a weird movie to add to a Criterion collection of Jackie Chan, because it is a movie that towards the midway point doesn't feature Jackie Chan anymore. Jackie Chan is like not there. So okay. So this movie was made by the Lo Wei production. Lo Wei is a very prominent movie maker that did a lot of Bruce Lee movies. So when Bruce Lee died, or actually not when he died, actually when Bruce Lee went more towards Hollywood and like trying to do his own like Hong Kong cinema stuff, Lo Wei was like, you know what? Let's use this new guy that I've been seeing, Jackie Chan, and try to get him super popular over here in Hong Kong and possibly all over the world. So he did a bunch of like Jackie Chan movies, Fearless Hyena obviously being one of them. And the other Jackie Chan movies that I talked about called Half Loaf of Kung Fu and Spiritual Kung Fu. So the weird thing is, I don't know what exactly happened between Jackie Chan and Lo Wei, but I think there might have been like a pay discrepancy in which Jackie Chan was like, "Oh, you're not going to pay me as much? I might as well go to your competitor," which was Golden Harvest at the time. Which, if you know Golden Harvest did a bunch of other Jackie Chan movies, and they've done a lot of other Hong Kong movies. And they were like, "Okay, Jackie, we'll give you like more money," essentially. So Jackie Chan literally left midway of production of Fearless Hyena 2. So instead of completely scrapping the movie, instead they were like, "All right, what do we got of Jackie Chan that kind of relates to this movie? Let's just use some like clips from like Fearless Hyena 1 and Spiritual Kung Fu, the other Lo Wei movies. And then what do we do for new scenes? We'll just get a Jackie Chan lookalike, but we're mostly just shoot him from the back. Try not to get his face, because like, so that was the thing, is that like, don't get his face because you can kind of see he doesn't look like Jackie Chan." So there's a really like funny part where it's like, there's a scene in the movie where like Jackie Chan and his on-screen grandpa have to basically go in disguise to go into town. So they put on makeup to basically like go around in town and like kind of keep their identity secret. So when Jackie Chan left, that's when they brought in the lookalike, and basically for the lookalike, anytime they want like on the face or like side view, it's just the fucking makeup. And it's just like, when I was watching the movie, I was like, that's not Jackie Chan. I'm like, and then with the movie being in Blu-ray, obviously the resolution is in higher quality. I'm like, that's not Jackie Chan. Like, who the fuck is that? And it's just a Jackie Chan lookalike with his face painted. And then you get to the climax of the movie where like there's a big fight scene, and anytime it goes back to Jackie Chan, it's just the dude being shot from the back the entire time. And then additional clips from the previous Fearless Hyena movie. And I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? So what's hilarious is that like, because of Jackie Chan leaving, they were like, well, we need to make money off this movie, because what the fuck do? okay, every promotional material, every ad we have for this movie, put Jackie Chan's face in it. We don't care whether or not like people are gonna have a problem, realizing that like Jackie Chan is not in the movie. Just put his face in every promotional material, every poster, everything. So the poster for this movie, prominently puts Jackie Chan there, saying starring Jackie Chan, and I'm like, he's not there for like the rest of the movie. So it's a bizarre production. It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. But I think it's one of those movies that's like it's kind of worth watching because of like it's like I think for me it was like interesting to see like what do you do when you don't want to scrap a movie? Like what do you do in that sense? And especially in the era of like Hong Kong movies basically like being like shot out like every fucking like every hour of the day. It's like, you can't throw this away. You already spent like fucking millions of dollars on it. You got to fucking do something. So it's like, all right, we have to recycle some shit. So it's fascinating. It is a fascinating watch. From like a filmmaking perspective. So after that whole fucking debacle, I watched a couple of other movies. I don't know if I mentioned last time, I watched this French movie called Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Fucking great. Fucking fantastic. I recommend watching that. I watched some Japanese horror movies. I watched a movie called The Ghost of Yotsuya, which is essentially a ghost story about a samurai and his wife. Essentially, he gets filled with greed because he has like this new job, and then he kills his wife, and basically his wife comes back to haunt him. It's apparently like a very old like folk tale in like Japanese like mythology. So then I watched another Japanese movie called The Bride from Hades, which is actually more endearing because essentially it's a woman who was set to marry. Basically her ghost comes back and she's looking for her husband. And it's not necessarily like I make it seem like a comedy, but it's really not. It's like kind of like romantic and kind of a drama because you have the male character that she has her eye on that he doesn't want to get married. He feels like he's being trapped by his aristocrat family because his family is telling him like, you got to get married. On top of that, we already found your bride and she's from this prominent family and it'll do us really good if you marry her. Like, you don't have to love her. Like, you just have to, like, get her name into your name, and that's basically it. So he feels like, I don't want to do that. Like, I want to fall in love with somebody that I care about. So then it kind of becomes... It's very reminiscent of, like, The Corpse Bride, if you remember that movie. Tim Burton.
No.
Okay.
I know what it is. I just never watched it.
Yeah. So it's essentially... if you know that movie, it's essentially that, like, this ghost woman is, like... falling in love with this samurai aristocrat guy. It's a very like sad movie at the end. But I think what is a much sadder movie is the next movie I watched called The Snow Woman. If you ever heard of the legend of the Swan Maiden, it's a very like known folk tale of this man who falls in love with a woman. The woman basically tells him that, hey, whenever I take a bath, do not come to see me in the bath. That is the only thing I ask of you. I'm probably getting this story wrong, but essentially I'm getting the elements of it. In the story, he does look behind the curtain to see the woman take a bath. And essentially, it's a swan. It's a swan in basically human skin, or basically it's a human in swan skin. You could kind of get it either or. But essentially, the story of the Snow Woman is this lumberjack and his mentor go into the mountains to find basically like this tree, this like 100-year-old tree, and they plan on making a Buddha sculpture with it. But in the mountains, there's a legend of a monster known as the Snow Woman. So the sculptor and his master basically stay the night in a cabin, only for the Snow Woman to appear and basically kill the master, but spare the apprentice, the sculptor. And basically she tells him that you must never ever tell anybody what you saw. If you do, I will kill you. She's like, the reason why I'm sparing you now is because I see that you're full of life and you have a future ahead of you. But if you use this opportunity now and waste it by telling people that you saw me, I will come and find you. So basically the story goes from there, where, oh, this mysterious woman has appeared. And basically you kind of get it off the bat that, like, oh, it's the Snow Woman. And the story kind of like already tells you that, like, yeah, this is a Snow Woman. Like, it's her. And you kind of go from there. And then the ending of that is like, it's really sad. And I was really surprised of how moved I was. And with all three of these Japanese horror movies, the acting is like, it's very elevated because it's horror. But at the same time, the movies that felt more melancholy, like The Bride from Hades and The Snow Woman, like you feel a lot of emotion from these actors. And like, on top of that, all three of these movies have very good cinematography. Like, they feel like modern movies, which is like the surprising thing. Even though they were made in like the 70s. Late 70s, early 80s. And it's just like one of these things where it's like, I really hope a lot of people like watch these movies, because it's like, they're really great stories. And like, I feel like as a triple feature, it's fucking great, which I come to realize that apparently Radiance, the film distribution company, actually had these movies like as a triple feature, essentially, like in a box set. So they eventually released it as like a standard, like each movie individually. So that's how I bought the movies, was individually. They're actually doing another box set of Japanese horror movies. I think that's coming out in October. And I'm really keen on picking that up, because I really enjoyed my time with these three movies. But I would say I really, really recommend The Snow Woman. Fucking great movie. So yeah, the other stuff that I watched, I finally finished watching Primal, Genndy Tartakovsky's Caveman with Dinosaur series. Apparently it's supposed to come back with a third season. How season 2 ended, I feel a little mixed about, but overall, I really enjoyed my time with the show. But it's on HBO Max if you're interested. So if you want to give that a watch, I would recommend the first season. The first season is very good. Before season 2 of Peacemaker came out, I rewatched the entirety of season 1 of Peacemaker.
Might check it out.
Yeah. Season 1 Peacemaker, really good. Primal, very good. And then I watched a movie called The Crumb Catcher because I forgot I bought it. It came to me on was it 4K or Blu-ray? I don't remember. But it's an indie movie, essentially about a couple that got married. They're on their honeymoon. They get visited by some weird people, and apparently something happened behind the scenes that the husband did that is the reason why these people showed up. So it's also a very good movie. I really liked it for the most part. I think one of the actors that plays the person that showed up to their honeymoon spot is like this very weird dude. He's very good in it. I'm really surprised I haven't seen him in like anything else. Like, these are like kind of, well, not really well-known actors that are in this movie, but it's like it's a very good movie. I really enjoyed it for the most part. And then I got kind of obsessed with watching a bunch of Kinji Fukusaku, or Fukasaku, excuse me. Which is Sympathy for the Underdog. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my list. So if you don't know who Kinji Fukasaku is, he is a very well-known Japanese director, specifically a director that is known for doing a lot of Yakuza movies. His most well-known series is Battles Without Honor and Humanity. So I bought a bunch of movies of his that I completely forgot about that came out on Radiance. So I watched one of his movies called Japan Organized Crime Boss. And I was like, okay, what is this movie about? It's kind of like a noir Yakuza movie, which is really interesting. This was like 1970 something. It stars an actor that I've seen in like other movies. and it's very interesting for the most part. It's a drama. It kind of shows the fact that like a lot of his Yakuza movies really highlights the fact that the Yakuza life is not a great way to live. It sucks. Like a lot of these guys in the movies, like a lot of like the storytelling is basically like these guys got out of jail only for them to come back to this life, and then there's more bullshit that's happening behind the scenes because of higher ups like having some kind of discourse, and then it just leads to a downfall of everything, and it's just a domino effect that happens. So Japan organized crime boss, essentially your main character gets out of jail, he's trying to come back into the Yakuza life. Something happens in which his boss gets assassinated, and basically his boss's last wish is that your main character becomes the new boss and tries to like bring back, you know, prosperity back to the Yakuza family. But things just, but essentially the whole thing is that like things don't work out because obviously there are people that don't like the idea of like separating themselves from another powerful Yakuza family. Yeah. It's a very good movie. I liked it for the most part. But the interesting thing is another movie called Sympathy for the Underdog, which is kind of the same actors, but what Kinji Fukasaku says is a sister movie to Japan Organized Crime Boss, which is essentially same actors, kind of a similar story, but there's no connecting like factor into like these things. You can watch these movies separately. But I do like the story a little bit more in Sympathy for the Underdog, which is essentially another main character gets out of prison, realizes that, you know what, this Yakuza family that I'm in is not doing well. We got to get the fuck out of here. Let's go to, I think they went to Okinawa. And it's like, let's start a new syndicate over in Okinawa. And he basically tells his buddies that like, look, I know we're going to have a rough time in Okinawa because there's already established Yakuza families over there. So we got to man the fuck up and basically take over their territories. And it's like, it felt like a heist movie, which was like the really interesting aspect about it. But the person that I really like in these movies, that I feel like doesn't really get talked about a lot, is an actor by the name of I'm trying to see his name again because it's always a name that I always get mixed up about. Tomisaburo Wakayama. This actor I liked from Lone Wolf and Cub. This was another Japanese movie that I saw that's based off a manga series. He's a phenomenal actor. I'm surprised like nobody really gives him any accolades, because it's just like every time he's on screen, he always chews up the scenery. And I really, really like what he's in. And like he's able to portray like really like cartoonish villains. And in Sympathy for the Underdog, he plays a Yakuza boss in which he has one arm, and he basically is like kind of he's kind of out of control, but he's very interesting in that movie, and I really, really like him in whatever he's in. So I'll come back to Mr. Wakayama. But after I finished watching Sympathy for the Underdog, because obviously, you know, I was trying to lead myself into Kinji Fukusaku's like filmography. So after I finished that, I decided, you know what? I have the movies. I decided to watch all of Battles Without Honor and Humanity. This is a total of 5 movies. Okay. These are essentially the Japanese The Godfather.
Japanese.
Because of the fact that these movies portray a very interesting idea of how syndicate crime organizations work, especially in Japan, that they don't feel like, you know, Italian mobsters where it's like, you know, La Cosa Nostra. That they feel like businesses.
La Cosa Nostra, hold on. Huh?
oh my god, this fucking guy coming out here being like, I love the pizza and the pasta, I love it, and then doesn't know about
I'm Italian, and that's all I like.
La Cosa Nostra.
That's so racist. Yeah, you talk about.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't even know. You don't even know about the La Cosa Nostra. You coming out here being like, "Oh, let me enjoy the pizza and the pasta."
The pizza.
The pizza and the pasta. But what I mean with this is that like Yakuza organizations feel like businesses. That's how they're run, and that you know how like in like corporate workplaces, you don't really give any kind of like loyalty to them because it's like, what's the point? You're replaceable. That's what it feels like that these movies portray, and every single like movie, that's what it highlights, that like your honor, your loyalty to these organizations, they do not care, because they will fucking chew you up and spit you out. They will use you to whatever means they decide. And that is what is exemplified in these movies. So in the first movie, you follow a character by the name of Shozo Hirono, which is played by the actor, a very well-known actor by the name of Bunta Sugawara. He has a very interesting...
What part of that means pizza or pasta, though?
La Cosa Nostra?
No, just not what you do.
So Bunta Sugawara is a very interesting person as well, because I think he really hones in the very serious actor, but is able to explode at any moment. Like he has that quiet like bomb in him that's just like, you feel like this dude's gonna fucking explode, and he does that like for the most part. But essentially, the first movie encapsulates on like how a lot of these early Yakuza guys, how they joined, because the movie takes place like after World War II. It basically does some time skips as well, but essentially a lot of these guys are they're ex-military, or they're ex like kamikaze pilots, and like after the war ended, a lot of them really had nowhere else to go. And, you know, a lot of them kind of like either, you know, did some peddling for crime, you know, on the black market, stuff like that. Or like a lot of them got into a lot of fights and were very violent, because it's just like they had no way to convey their emotions because of losing, essentially. So a lot of them went to prison. And it's not to say the Yakuza didn't exist before, you know, 1945. The Yakuza have kind of always been there in Japan, but
it's just different versions of it for sure.
But the explosion of like this organized syndicate is because a lot of these guys were army guys that had nowhere else to go and felt like they needed something to give their loyalty to. So that's what your main character Hirono kind of shows, is that like he was an ex-military guy, got into trouble because he killed a Yakuza guy, and went to prison. And basically this other Yakuza guy was like, hey, like, I'm trying to bust out of this place. If you help me, I will basically tell my Yakuza family that like you're cool, and maybe you might join up with us if you want to.
Yeah, he said he was trying to bust.
He was trying to bust into the Yakuza world. So he's like, yeah, okay. He's like, hey, by the way, I have a bunch of army friends. Like, once we get out and like I join up with you guys, like, are they cool to join up too? And he's like, yeah, your army buddies can come join up. So basically the first movie basically shows like the descent into like, I wouldn't say depravity, but it's just like the descent of people's morals. Essentially their loss of humanity, because it's like a bunch of people that Hirono was friends with, you know, from his army days, kind of like gain power and become corrupt. And then it even shows at the fact that like Hirono's his patriarch, essentially his main boss by the name of Yamamori, is a coward. The dude is a fucking brown noser, and he sucks. And Hirono starts to realize that like, oh, this dude is using us as pawns. Like, he tells us that like how important we are as a family, but this dude fucking chews us up and spits us out and uses us, and then says it's for the greater good of the family. And he realizes it, but it's already too late, because towards the end of the movie, spoilers for a movie that came out in 1972, everybody fucking dies besides Hirono. And Hirono at the end of it is just like, I'm fucking done with this family. Like, I'm leaving. I'm going somewhere else. I'm going far the fuck away from Yamamori. And that becomes a hilarious part because like what the movies, the rest of the other 4 movies is essentially Hirono kind of like witnessing like all these other families suck and Yamamori still exists. And it just kind of shows that like, oh, these other families are no different from Yamamori. Like all these families will fucking like use us. So I kind of had a problem with watching these movies. I'm gonna rant a little bit about the packaging. So the first movie obviously only comes with the first movie, like one disc inside for like the first movie. Okay, so that's Battles Without Honor and Humanity. You get to the other 4 movies, so like the next movie is supposed to be Hiroshima Deathmatch, and then the other movie is Proxy War. So the problem is that the packaging had, if you open up a 2-disc, what are you going to grab first? The disc on the left or the disc on the right?
Left. All right. Was I right? Did I win?
Yeah, you won because
okay.
Guess how they packaged this? They packaged the third movie on the left and then the second movie on the right. And then I grabbed the movie on the left and started watching it. And I was like, huh, you know what? It's kind of weird at the fact they introduce like new characters that like, that's part of the story. But I'm like, it's probably because, it's encapsulated mostly in this one movie. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? That actor seems interesting. Let me go on Wikipedia and like see what this actor has done. Go on Wikipedia, and then I come to see that, wait, why the fuck is the movie that I think is the third movie technically the second, and the movie that I'm watching now is the third movie? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And then I finished watching Proxy War, and then I'm like, wait, is Hiroshima Death Battle the second movie? And then I pop in the second movie.
That's
all
such a
those
fucking name, by the way.
All these characters that I met in the third movie were introduced in the second movie. And I'm like, what? What you mean this is their introduction? And it felt so stupid. And then like I got to like the last disc, and it was the exact same thing. The fifth movie was on the left and the fourth movie was on the right, and I just switched them because I was just like, not doing that shit again. I don't want to be confused. So that is also the other thing. If you read it from the side, like top down, Hiroshima Death Match is on the left and then Proxy War is on the right, but inside it's like it's reversed. And I'm like, why did they do that? That's so confusing. But I watched the rest of the movies. I obviously didn't hinder my experience, because even then, the second movie, Hiroshima Death Match, is kind of its own isolated story. Even though it introduces the family that I came to know in the third movie, but it essentially follows another guy joining up the Yakuza world, and it really ends in a really nihilistic way, which I was surprised about. And it kind of left me, I'm like, oh, that fucking, like, not that it sucks, but it sucks in the sense for that character. But yeah, when I watched the third movie, that third movie kind of ends in like a cliffhanger that's like, oh, well, we're going to do another movie, because shit has not been resolved. So then the fourth movie comes out and it's like, oh, it's not really a resolution. It actually does come to a resolution at the end, but it kind of exemplifies that, like, oh, there's a lot of problems with every Yakuza family in this world, and you're gonna see their downfall essentially. So the fourth movie is called Police Tactics. Funny enough, it doesn't really follow the police, but it just essentially, like, the police is cracking down more on the Yakuza. So then the last movie is just called The Final Episode. And essentially, it is the culmination of everything that has gone on within the span of I want to say 20 years in the move in the time of the movies. So it's essentially a lot of these characters have aged up. Minus, here's the funny thing: these movies were all filmed within like 2 years. So from the first movie to the last movie, it's only 2 years. It's from like 1972 up to 1974, which is wild. So it's really funny to see that like some of the characters get like, you know, some like gray dye in their hair and like look a little bit aged up, while your main character Shozo Hirono, played by Bunta Sugawara, looks the same in like 20 years. Like he hasn't aged a bit. Like they didn't put any gray like paint in his hair. Nothing. He just looks the same. Like apparently prison food is that good that keeps him young, because that was the whole thing in those movies, is like he's in prison every fucking time. But essentially the final episode is basically the police crack down on the Yakuza so hard that the Yakuza essentially just basically rebranded themselves as something different, which kind of leads into the whole thing of like the corporate idea of these crime syndicates of like, oh, we kind of have to stay away from the name Yakuza, so let's just name ourselves something else. Let's name ourselves a something else organization. And that's what happens. But they're essentially like, even the police know that like they're fucking Yakuza. Like they call themselves an organization as like some political like move to basically distance themselves from the Yakuza, but they're still the Yakuza regardless. And they're still infighting. Like that's the whole problem, is that like there will always be infighting. Because everybody tries to grasp some sense of power. And the other interesting thing is that a lot of actors come back, but they come back as different characters, even though in the previous movie their other character dies. So it's like, oh, that one dude that died in the first movie comes back in the last movie, but as a completely different character. But there's also a hilarious thing that happens as well, where another character gets replaced by a different actor, because in the second movie there's a bad guy. I think his name is Katsuhiro Otomo is what they call him in the movie. I could be getting the first name wrong, but his name is Otomo. He's played by a very prominent Japanese actor by the name of Sonny Chiba. Sonny Chiba, if you don't know him, he is the only thing I think of American-wise. He was in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 2. He is the sushi chef that turns out to be the swordsmith. Quentin Tarantino loves this guy because Quentin Tarantino has seen his other movies. Because in Japan, Sonny Chiba was in a lot of fucking Japanese movies. But in the second Battles Without Humanity, Without Honor Humanity, Hiroshima Deathmatch, he is one of the bad guys. And he fucking chews the scenery as a bad guy. He's fucking great in that movie. So then he
scenery?
Yeah, he chews the scenery.
What does that mean?
He chews the scenery? He basically, like, whenever he's on screen, he just, like, encapsulate the character of just, like, being this fucking bad guy and just like acting his fucking heart out of like the depravity, well, specifically for him, the depravity of this one fucking character. Like chewing up the scenery means like he's doing a fucking excellent job.
Okay.
So
I've never heard it before, that's why.
Oh, it's a term that's used a lot. You know, if you know La Cosa Nostra. But but the funny thing is, yeah. But the funny thing, yeah, you could say like the same thing with James Gandolfini, that he chews up the scenery and everything that he's in The Sopranos. But speaking of this movie, that character makes a return. Otomo makes a return in the final episode in the last movie, but it's a completely different actor. And when they said his name, I was like, wait, isn't that played by Sonny Chiba? And all right, sorry about that. OBS crashed, but basically it was talking. It left off of me talking about La Cosa Nostra. No, actually, towards the end of the pentalogy of Battles Without Honor and Humanity, I just basically have to reiterate, I recommend these movies. They're really a great insight to the Yakuza world, basically showing that like it's essentially corporate workplace and it fucking sucks. But then I started to mention, new battles without Honor and Humanity, basically returning actors but playing new characters. And then it's a trilogy. And then Kinji Fukusaku did another series, well, one movie called Graveyard Honor, and then a remake by Takeshi Miike that I have that's bundled together that I will be watching. And I was looking up that apparently there's another collection that Arrow Video did with Kinji Fukusaku and Bunta Sugawara with other movies. So apparently Bunta Sugawara is a kind of like Kinji Fukusaku like mainstay, which is surprising. But yeah, he's great. I was really enjoying like watching the first half of New Battles. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Yakuza movies for the most part. But yeah, watched all that, and I'm trying to think, what else have I watched? Yeah, that's basically it for movies as I've been watching. It's just I've been kind of like watching on and off the battles without Honor Humanity, the first 5 movie, because like yeah, it's 5 movies, bro. Like I said, it's 5 movies in this one.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I watched them one right after the other, but I had to take breaks because it's just like I can't.
Absolutely no way is that good.
They're
5
good.
movies can't be that good. They're never that good.
They're good. But that's the thing, is that like they were done in like 2 years. So that's what I'm saying, is that like the interesting part is that like fucking actors, their character fucking dies in the previous movie, but the actor comes back and they're like, hey, I'm a completely new character, don't worry about it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not worried about it. But they're good. They're good. I really recommend watching the first movie. The first movie, I think, but here's the thing. I do agree upon the fact that like I don't think 5 movies really was necessary, but people want to tell their story, so they told their story. Because how the first movie ends, it feels pretty definitive. Like it's just like, you can kind of interpret like where it goes from there. And then even the second movie, it's just like you're following a completely new Yakuza family, and then how it ends is just like it's really nihilistic. But then you get to the third movie, and then the third movie kind of ends in a cliffhanger. It's just like, hey, what the fuck gonna happen later? And then it's just like, okay, we get to the fourth movie, and it's like, hey, everybody fucking sucks, and like everything kind of went to shit. So, yeah. And then you get to the final movie, and it's like, okay, here's where we kind of have to stop. Like, here's where everything kind of has to end. And like, even the end kind of feels kind of shitty, because like some people don't get their like, what they deserve at the end of it. And it's just it's very interesting to watch. But like I said, there's a lot of actors in there that like the reason why I kept watching was because they do a really good job. And I moved on to the new one because I'm just like, I want to see what they do different from the other ones. So that's just me, bro. When my curiosity peaks, it peaks for a reason. Unlike some people that don't know about La Cosa Nostra.
I get excited about things, but like
not as excited as Chonch.
It's not just you. Like, there's tons of people that do this, but like, it's like the deep dive level you guys are willing to go.
Yeah,
I could tell you about every League of Legends character you got in the league. You'd have knowledge that I wouldn't have.
But I have to go in deep, bro.
It's like you like Nunu. If you played Nunu, I'd probably find. And Nunu's mother was a pineapple and a fucking flower. And I'm like,
it's like when you came to me and you're like, hey, I've been playing Dune. Dune seems cool. And I'm like, Lisa Nazgaib?
Oh no, you gave me the 18-hour Dune speech like way before so I knew about Dune.
Yeah, and you're like, this fucking shit sucks. And then you start watching the movies and you're like, yeah, actually this shit's not that bad. And you play the game, you're like, yeah, it's alright.
Because I wanted to play the game, I watched the movie.
This shit fucking sucks. I'm making you sound like Napoleon Dynamite, but that's how it felt like.
Sounded kind of like Hank Hill.
Oh, okay. Oh, Bobby. Yeah.
It's like a mixture. That's funny. Your white guy voice is funny.
My white guy voice. So yeah, I have like a bunch of movies I've been meaning to check out. Obviously, I bought like the Sony Chiba collection because that's an actor that I'm very interested in. But the main specific thing that I want to watch that I just ordered that's supposed to come in is fucking this movie called The Street Fighter, starring Sony Chiba. And it's like one of like these weird, incredibly violent and gory exploitation movies from Japan that this is the reason why like fucking Quentin Tarantino fell in love with this man. Like these are the movies that he was like, I fucking love this dude. So I'm waiting for my copy to come in so I can watch that and then watch the rest of the Sony Chiba stuff to see like where he kind of goes as an actor, to be quite honest.
Oh.
But yeah, like
I wonder if he goes somewhere since he's acting.
Since he's acting, I don't know. But yeah, like I'm trying to like obviously watch my back catalog because I collected so much shit, and like now I have a bigger problem because now that I found a online store that I don't have to rely on Amazon, because that's also the other thing is that fucking Amazon, like every time they fucking send something, they send it in those fucking little stupid little like pouch like
yeah, it's never like protected stuff.
Oh my god, it is the worst because the amount of times I had to return my original like Battles Without Honor and Humanity, this one, because the fucking inside was broken to shit, and then I bought like a bunch of other like kung fu movies and those shit were broken, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Every fucking time. Or what was even worse was that like, so there's a little bit of an opening with like the packaging like on the inside that's supposed to like hold like a card or something. Somehow the fucking shit, there was pressure that was put on it, so it's like dented on some of the DVDs that I got, or some of the Blu-rays that I got, and like I was like, the fucking like art is like, it looks bad, like it looks damaged. So I have to go fucking return it, and like I know Amazon's probably pissed off with me because it's like the amount of times I had to like open the plastic and like open, or even then like hear the fucking like like the broken pieces like inside, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Every fucking time with Amazon. So now I'm
I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Because you're talking about physical stuff, it jumped into my head. Do you have physical edition? What the fuck is it called? Resident Evil 5?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the metal version?
No.
Okay.
Which version of Resident Evil 5? Like the Xbox?
PS3.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I just bought Resident Evil 5 because I wanted to complete my collection of Resident Evil stuff physically. But I bought it from PlayAsia.
I have a shitty, because I stepped on it at some point, bent version of the, because you were talking about the broken thing, and I was thinking, I had the PS5 or PS5, PS3. Fuck. What version was it? PS3 version of 5, and I stepped on the metal case. And I was looking at it the other day, and I was like, like I'm not mad that it's like that, because like it was a good game. I had a lot of fun, but like I was just like, it's kind of just like just fucked up.
Yeah. I tend to go crazy when it's the cover art that's damaged. I go crazy because it's like that's the thing that I'm looking at most of the time. If it's the case and like the case can be replaced, I can just like buy like replacement cases, because even then
well, for this the case is metal, so like
that's kind of like limited edition art. But even then with packages like this, Amazon.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because it's like cardboard. Like sometimes the fucking like they fucking dent this shit, and like some of the times the corners are like so fucking dented that it's just like, I gotta fucking return this. Like this is bad.
No,
like
I agree.
And it's like I paid new price on this. Like I paid for new, and it sucks. But like now that I found like a new website, I'm just like, you know what? I'm probably gonna cancel my pre-orders from Amazon and just like order from there. Because it's just like there's no
for sure.
There's no fucking point, because like even then, like even on their website they're like, oh yeah, all the movies that you order we ship it in boxes with like bubble wrap, and I'm like, thank you, that's all I ask, that's all I want is like box sets or DVDs fucking shipped in boxes. Like that's all I want. But no, Amazon only does the fucking little like fucking pouch thing, and it's just like, it sucks.
Yeah, a lot of the DVD stuff I was looking at, I did look at some of the reviews just to see like what the quality is of the and a lot of people were complaining about
broken.
Yeah, because the cases are usually plastic, so
Yeah.
they come in broken.
Yeah. It's usually Amazon, which is the shitty part. But yeah, because I have a copy of I ordered like 2 Chow Yun Fat movies, Hard Boiled, which is one of my favorite action movies, and another movie called A Better Tomorrow, which is like the trilogy set. And I pre-ordered it from Amazon because I was like, oh, because obviously Amazon's the most convenient. But then I'm like, I think about it, and I'm like, I don't want to order from Amazon again with like the fucking physical shit, because it's just like, I don't know if the shit's gonna come dented. And then the problem is that like if I want to return it, how limited it is, and it's just like I don't want to fucking do this fucking like rigmarole. So I'll probably cancel it and probably order it from Orbit DVD, because it's just like, well, it depends how my package of the cat comes in. If it comes in really nice, then yeah, they become my main supplier for like DVDs and imports and shit like that, because I'm not fucking doing this dance with Amazon. Yeah. So with movies and TV shows done and talked about, hey, I've been playing some shit, sort of, and I bought some shit.
God of War.
Yeah, God of War was obviously the biggest one, because obviously I wanted to talk with my sister about that. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands I was playing on my Steam Deck. Hollow Knight, obviously. I bought some shit. I bought hold on, let me see what I added. Okay, so I got Ape Out, Bully, Carry On, this little cute little delivery game called Easy Delivery Co. This was cheap because I bought it. Immortal of Avium. This little indie game called Look Outside. Loop Hero. This little Pokemon indie game called Nexomon Extinction. Sludge Life 2. Titan Souls. Was it Extreme Racer? Unravel 2. I told you earlier.
Unravel.
Yeah, I told you earlier I bought the Yu-Gi-Oh games. I bought Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of Duelist, and then the sequel, Legacy of Duelist Link Evolution. Some of the Mana games, so I bought Trials of Mana, Legend of Mana, Secret of Mana. I bought the collection of Saga, Final Fantasy Legend, and yeah, Axiom Verge.
Wait, the Final Fantasy
Legend?
Yeah, but they're called what are they called?
Saga.
No, are you talking about the
Mana. Okay.
Final Fantasy?
So this is different. Secret of Mana is its own spin-off Final Fantasy thing. Saga is also another spin-off series.
Oh, I thought you said it was Final Fantasy Saga.
No. It's a collection of Saga. So do you ever see like the Saga games, like Frontier Saga or
Yeah.
So collection of Saga is basically, these are Game Boy games that came out. That's how those series like spanned off. Like they're technically Final Fantasy games, but they kind of like strayed away from Final Fantasy and became their own thing. That's why they're just called the Saga series. Then obviously the Mana, games came out, and
it's called the Saga series, but it's not Final Fantasy, right? Or it is Final Fantasy?
I don't know, because it's still technically owned by
Final Fantasy on it.
The collection of Saga Final Fantasy Legend. That's what it's called fully.
Okay.
But then you get the other Saga games. It's like Persona, where it's like the Persona games were Shin Megami Tensei Persona, and then it just became Persona. But the main series is Shin Megami Tensei. So it's like it's the main thing, but it kind of splits away from something else. So then I forgot that I bought like the Mana collection, which is like the original Secret of Mana on the Switch, which I hear that's the better version, because like there's a Secret of Mana remake that they did, and I've been hearing a lot of mixed things about it, but I bought it because it was part of a bundle that I saw, so I was like, I might as well get it because it's cheap. A bundle. So I got that, and yeah, those are stuff that I bought. Fear Effect, Axiom Verge 2, Streets of Rage 4, this Brazilian game called Hell Clock, which looks really interesting. And yeah. Oh, I also bought the Spirit and Mouse, excuse me, because I know you were saying that game was pretty alright.
So much fun.
Yeah,
just a happy game.
Yeah, the Invincible, something else that I bought. I forgot about that. Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, just some stuff that I added to my back catalog, so I gotta play that. But the other thing I was doing with my Steam Deck was like I was adding custom like add-ons and stuff like that. So basically, like I was looking for like stuff to add to my Steam Deck to make it like a little bit more personalized for me. So like a little bit more like, you know, like UI stuff. And then on top of that, there's a thing called Decky Loader, which is essentially you basically put add-ons for like how you want to customize your Steam Deck. So basically for my Steam Deck, I have like an add-on that's basically from the website How Long to Beat. And basically you look at your library, you click on a game, and then basically it tells you from how long to beat, how long the game is, if you want to go it for full story, completion, or like some side quests and stuff like that. So it basically has like the hours. So it kind of lets me know that like, hey, I want to play something short. Let me see what I have in my library that's short. So it's neat to have that. On top of that, there's like a little add-on that adds like from what is it, Proton DB? I forget what's it called, but it's essentially like the Steam Deck specific like website that tells you like, hey, how does this game run on the Steam Deck? And it's like different like different ratings. So it's like platinum, gold, silver, bronze, and it's just like depending on like which one, you know, depending on the rating of how good it runs on the Steam Deck. So that's what I was doing in El Salvador as well. I was just like doing some add-on stuff. On top of that, another thing that I was doing was like, hey, I have GOG. I have some GOG games that I want to play, like original Resident Evil 2 and Dino Crisis. Let me see if I can find something that allows me to play GOG games on there, and I did. And then I had to do some futzing around with it. And yeah, I'm able to play original Resident Evil 2 from GOG. Nice. So yeah, cool. I love playing around with my Steam Deck. It's a good old fun time. So with that, when I came home, I was like, you know what, let me get back into shit that I was playing on my PS5 besides watching some movies. Obviously I was playing more of Gears Reloaded. I forgot I pre-ordered a copy of Trails in the Sky first chapter. I played the demo a little bit of that. It's pretty good. Oh my god, like as an anime game, like the fucking animations for it is like really bizarre. Like it feels weirdly lifelike, which I was surprised. So I've been meaning to play that. I will probably play that, but obviously in my own time. And I went really crazy on Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake to the extent that I got platinum trophies for both games. Resident Evil 2 Remake, I think, is still one of the best remakes I have played, like, ever. It's really fucking good.
Me too.
Resident Evil 2 Remake, yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
It's fucking fantastic.
You haven't played it before?
No, I have. I streamed it, bro.
Oh
no!
I thought you said you just.
Bro, you don't listen to me. I said I platinum these fucking games.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah, I came back to revisited the games to see if I can platinum it. Because there was one trophy.
You revisited it?
Yeah, I did a revisit.
I'm just joking.
Hold on, wait, what do you play? What do you play? I was like, what do you play?
Hold on, did you say Resident Evil 19?
So, I'm trying to think. Like it is a fucking fantastic remake. It's so crazy at the fact of how good it does horror. Especially like it's a game that makes you so fucking anxious. They did a really great job with the fucking Mr. X shit of just like, oh, he's an enemy that just fucking follows you wherever you go. And the only save point you're good against him is your save rooms. But they even, you know, and how that game relies on a lot of like audio. And it's like you hear the fucking footsteps and you hear him opening the doors. And it's just like, okay, is the footsteps gone? All right, I'm in the clear. I got to run. And it's just like, it's just so fucking good. So I went crazy with Resident Evil 2 Remake to the extent where I'm like, you know what? I want to get the S+ rank for Claire and Leon on both their campaigns of A and B for both of them. And I did that. When I talk about some really difficult bullshit, and in the sense that like you have to learn these levels and learn the process on how to do them and practice and feel like if you're comfortable enough, do it. So S+ rank, is essentially the requirements for both Claire and Leon. It depends on their respective campaign. So for the A campaign, I would say, to get S plus, you have to clear the run in 2 hours and 30 minutes under, and only save 3 times, and play on the hardcore difficulty. Obviously, it is tough, but not to the extent where it feels impossible. It's just you have to be very strict on your time, and on top of that, know how a lot of these bosses work. Obviously, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, the boss you have to come in contact with is with Birkin. You have to fight Birkin 3 times, and then at the end of it, the last respective boss. And in the A campaign for Leon, specifically for Leon's campaign, it's Mr. X at the end. And then for Claire's end, it is Tyrant, but the 4th transformation. I'm going to give a shout out to a guide on YouTube that I found by a YouTuber by the name of Darkness. He has a guide called The Everyman's Guide to S Plus Rank for both Claire and both Leon. He does a really, really fantastic job of basically summing everything down, basically playing the game along the way to basically tell, the watcher that, hey, you're going to have to get to the first save within this time limit, but once you get to that point, you're good. Once you get to your first save, you're good. And then you can do the rest of it till you get to your second save. And then if you feel like you went a little too far with your timing from your second save, just do the first save again. And he even emphasizes that take breaks, because that's kind of the thing. For a lot of people, it can overwhelm you because it's just you can die from a lot of bullshit, and which that happened to me a lot. Is that I died from a lot of bullshit. The one I can think about specifically is that okay, nearing my second save, gotta get past the fucking giant alligator. I got eaten by the giant alligator, and it's the most dumbest way you can die. And it's the goofiest thing because it was a proximity thing that happened. But, once you learned how to fight Birkin the first time, it's you can get it down to a science. Which, funny enough, I was able to get it down to a science. Could I say that, if I play it again and then show it in front of the world that hey, I'm so good at this? I am not. I'm not pro, Birkin fight man. But Darkness's guide really does emphasize the fact of just practice and just take your time with it and just get comfortable. And then once he gets to the specific saves, he shows his time and it's okay, I'm at this time, here's how much time I'm gonna have left over. And he's even for every regular person, that's still a good amount of time, so you're great. So I eventually did my first playthrough of Leon's campaign, A campaign, and I was able to get it within 2 hours and something and change, which is great. The only thing that felt a little tougher was the B campaign, because for the B campaign, you have to do it in under 2 hours, compared to the A campaign where you can get it done in under 2 hours and 30 minutes. So it's you kind of have 30 minutes less. The only thing is that with the B campaign, some stuff is reduced. Because with Claire's campaign, it's she's able to get to certain areas a lot quicker. But when you play as Leon on the B campaign, he still has to go through his A campaign route with some stuff. So in order to get through some corridors, Leon has to essentially do the stuff that you did on his A campaign. So it's going to take a little bit more time. But I was able to complete everything. I have the picture of me completing the hardcore run, S plus rank for both Leon and Claire. Both runs, I feel accomplished. Great, fantastic. So I was you know what? Let me play Resident Evil 3 campaign. Let me do a revisit. Let me play the story again. Let me see what exactly, why exactly this game is not really, well regarded or, kind of mixed with a lot of people, because I know I had mixed feelings on Resident Evil 3 Remake. yes, Resident Evil 3 Remake has its problems. I think the biggest one is the fact that like the game is really short, which is really funny because like in order to get like S rank, you have to beat the game in under 2 hours. There's even a trophy that like beat the game in under 2 hours. I think I beat it in like an hour and change, and I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of issues that Resident Evil 3 Remake has. The other thing is that the dodging stuff is still really fun, to be fair, but there's a caveat. When you beat the game on standard, well, even on hardcore, when you beat the game in hardcore, it opens up another difficulty called Nightmare. And then when you beat Nightmare, it unlocks another difficulty called Inferno. So I wanted to get all the achievements / trophies for Resident Evil 3 Remake. So basically the achievements is beat the game on Inferno, and then beat the game on Inferno with getting an S rank on it. So I'm okay, cool. Inferno's fucking tough, specifically the end. The only thing that it's a little lenient on is with saving. Because with saving, you're able to save it 5 times compared to Resident Evil 2 Remake, where it's like you're only able to save it 3 times to get S plus rank. But even then, Resident Evil 3 Remake doesn't have S plus. So it kind of like there's really no point of like getting S plus or a better rank or saving less than the required amount, which is 5 times. But it is still very tough, to be fair. Even the last boss, because the last boss becomes an action game boss where you have to fucking like dodge time like really well. But the only good part is that once you beat the game, I think on hardcore, no, even on standard, you open up an item shop. And then with the item shop, it gives you some like items that you're able to use to take care of Inferno relatively well. Like you get like what they call coins that essentially add more defense, more health, and then more like, I forget what's the other thing. I think more ammo was the other one. And then like some additional items that like allows you to have your dodge window be more lenient rather than more restrictive. And then another thing was like, I think like a defense boost or something like that. So kind of Resident Evil 3 Remake kind of helps you a little bit, especially with the Inferno run, but the Inferno run is still pretty tough. I still feel mixed about the game, but it's not a bad game. It's still relatively fun. But Resident Evil 2 Remake, best remake. And then on top of that, you know, Resident Evil 4 Remake, I think is also a really fantastic remake. Because I spent fucking like a bunch of hours on the Resident Evil 4 Remake. And I'm really, really, really like keen on seeing what Resident Evil 9 does. So yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see with that, because Tokyo Game Show is happening. They showed a little bit more stuff of Resident Evil 9, but not to a crazy extent, because we gotta wait until fucking February for that game. And there was another thought I wanted to drop off. There's something I wanted to mention, and it's escaping me right now. Was it Resident Evil related? No, not really. It was mostly like, I was playing original Resident Evil. Well, not original, but like I was playing Resident Evil 1 Remake, and that's still a very good game. That's still really fun. Resident Evil. Street Fighter. I'm trying to go back into fighting games. I've been doing some character trials with some peoples. I did all of Ken's, and been futzing around with Ed and Sagat, and really excited for Sea Viper. She looks really cool. I saw some gameplay stuff for her, and I'm like, that looks like a really cool character. Didn't really play Sea Viper is her name.
I don't know what that is.
It's a character from Street Fighter.
No, I know that. I
Okay.
just don't know.
She was a character.
Brand new character?
No, she was a character from Street Fighter 4. She's a returning character, but she didn't come into Street Fighter 5. But she's a very weird character, which I saw the gameplay for her in Street Fighter 6, and they kind of, from what I understand, a lot of like people who played her said that like, oh, her kit from Street Fighter 4 is there. Like her moves are there, but like they kind of integrated it into 6, obviously. So I saw some gameplay and I was like, she looks really cool. I do want to play as this character, but I'm still waiting for my boy. I'm waiting for my boy Alex. Waiting for my boy from Brooklyn. Waiting for him. I love Alex.
The boy.
The boy. Yeah, Alex is great. But yeah, Street Fighter. I'm trying to ease my way back into fighting games, obviously, because it's been a while since I played some fighting games, especially online. So I've been meaning to go back to Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Guilty Gear, and some Grand Blue Fantasy. And then on top of that, obviously, I bought City of the Wolves. So that game's a little weird, but it's actually pretty alright for what I played. I haven't played online as much, but Ken came out. I think Joe Higashi is coming out. Joe is a returning character for the Fatal Fury series, but Ken from Street Fighter came to Fatal Fury, and I think Chun-Li is up next as DLC. Which the really cool part about the SNK stuff, the SNK games, is that they essentially do the first season of characters for free, which is, I think, great. The bad part about SNK is that it's owned by Saudi Arabia, so take what you will from that.
Because you were talking about fighting games, I wanted to say something about. I feel like you probably said something about this before. The League of Legends fighting game.
Oh, 2X scale. Mm-hmm.
I think I sent you a video on TikTok. Apparently, it has the best netcode ever.
Yeah, it's rollback. It's rollback, but I think they...
No. Yeah, they did something different is what people are saying.
Yeah, it's like a new implementation of rollback. Which,
yeah, because their code for it is like wildly better.
Yeah, because like the directors are two dudes who are like... They're twins, but they're really known in the fighting game scene. So... obviously they're bringing into like, how do we make the user experience like a lot better to a lot of fighting game heads, and it's like, oh yeah, obviously better netcode.
Yeah,
so yeah, I've been hearing like very good things about the netcode as well. I think
in the video they talk about like some people in like, I'm just gonna say different places.
Is the beta still out, or I think they finished the beta? Yeah.
I think there's a beta still open for people that got, but
I have to check mine.
I think they're gonna leave it open like this. They're open launch.
Okay, yeah. I gotta get on that because I have my beta.
If you have a code, you also have a code for 2 friends, I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So they were saying, some like there were like some like prolific fighters in like New Zealand or like Africa or like Saudi or like Arabia or wherever the fuck it is, like in somewhere. They were like, these people in these 3 places have played against people in the Americas, and they were like, there's almost no lag.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, wait, hold on, none? And I was like, can we figure out how to do that on
all the games?
Yeah, but like that's very impressive for fighting games, because I've heard you and I have seen other people online talk about how key it is for like, and it makes sense, right? Like, it's like one moment of lag turns into, I could have blocked if I knew that was happening ahead of time.
Yeah. If I knew
in real time,
I wouldn't be cooked right now, because it's like, it's like that happens where it's like the fucking input like delay, or like even then like just like the delay based netcode is just like, whoa, we just fucking jumped, like we teleported. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I mean, this is like, to me, this is almost. I don't really give a fuck about it because I don't want to play fighting games, but like, to me, it's like almost like the same level of like when the internet jumped from like just being like message boards to like when YouTube came through, and it's like, oh, that's a thing to,
Yeah.
So it's just to me, it's a big jump.
But it's so funny for like in the fighting game senses. It's just like how long it's taken to get to this point of like where everybody universally agrees that like, yeah, role-based netcode is necessary.
I think it's also funny that League of Legends, and I know it's not League of Legends, but like it's funny that a League of Legends game was the one that fucking put it into like this area. Yeah. I know like League of Legends didn't push the fighting. It just happens to be like the League of Legends name.
League of Legends crawled so fighting games could run. Yeah, no, I get it. It's really interesting to see that, but it's like it makes sense because it's 2 fighting game heads in the directive like cut.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Director's chair, excuse me.
Also, the fighting game looks great, by the way.
I
I am going to play. I'm not going to play it heavily.
I will play some Blitzcrank and some Vi. Or maybe Vi and Jinx. Yeah. I think Teemo. Yeah, I think Teemo, is the next character.
Oh, are we really going to bring Teemo?
Yeah, I believe that's something that was confirmed. Teemo.
And he's definitely like one of the faces of League, but it's interesting they want to bring him.
Well, a lot of fighting games.
So many more characters to make a fighting character out of.
Well, I mean, fighting game characters. Well, a lot of fighting game heads want weird characters, or even like League players want like weirder characters. So, yeah, because it's like it's there's a lot of humanoid characters.
Most people in League don't like Teemo because of how fucking fucked he is.
Well, they don't like Teemo.
He's annoying. That's all it is.
Okay, yeah.
There are people that like him, but for sure, there's people that just really don't. I would say the majority don't want to see him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like maybe in a TV show, but game-wise, it's like he's just actively fucking annoying.
Cool. Very excited. I gotta see whether or not that beta is still open because I have it. It's just like I have
be open still.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw anything about it.
About closing.
Yeah, I know one of my friends has the code. I just never talked to him about it because I can't get off the path of exile.
The other thing I missed when I was in El Salvador was the beta for Tokon. Fighting Souls. Yeah, I missed out on that. But apparently the first day, servers were down because everybody was trying to log in. So nobody got to play the first day. And then it got better.
The entire time that the Dragon Ball MOBA was on beta for PC, the servers were down completely for us.
Jesus. Dragon Ball.
Other people got onto it. I couldn't get onto it. But
yeah. Gotta play more fighting games. You know how it be. Yeah, you know how it is.
I'll definitely be playing that a little bit. So if you want to
hop on. I be Junkler, you be Vi. Actually, no. I think Vi is more.
I play Blitzcrank.
Okay, yeah, you play Blitzcrank.
Also, I think they're gonna have. They'll probably have new.
No.
They definitely have Darius. I don't remember the other ones. Darius. Oh, Alawi. Ari.
Braun, I think is the other one. Braum, excuse me.
God, this guy doesn't know the names.
I don't league, bro. I'm not a leaguer. I'm not a leaguer. Yeah, I'm very, very curious in like playing 2XKO at a point, but we'll see till then. Tokon, I'm much more interested in, to be quite honest, but
that's like the anime style Marvel one, right?
Yeah, it's done by Arc System.
Oh, Arc System's good.
Yeah, I mean, fucking Dragon Ball.
Did they do rollback or no?
For Guilty Gear, yes. For Dragon Ball is weird because it's like, I don't know what happened. There was like, I think it was mostly at the fact that like the Dragon Ball like patch for rollback was like really badly implemented. I think it still is to this day, where I remember I was playing the rollback patch and then like weird bugs kept happening, where I remember I was in the middle of a fight and then I all of a sudden the fucking screen says down, and then we're still fighting, and I thought that I beat the guy, and the guy fucking murks me, and I'm like, whoa, what's happening? And then that kept happening, where it's like the game just like some weird like asset bugs kept happening. There's another infamous one where it's like somebody playing as Vegeta against somebody else, and then Vegeta is just T-posing everywhere. Like, it's so fucking crazy. I think it's still like not in a good like position, but the reason why it was so like slapped haphazardly was because of Bandai Namco, where Bandai Namco was just like, we want to be done with Dragon Ball FighterZ. Just fucking put in the patch and that's it. Like, we don't want to pay Arc System Works anymore. Like, just do it and that's it. And yeah, it's very weirdly implemented, but like Guilty Gear has like good netcode for the most part, but I don't know whether or not stuff has changed, because there was like a whole thing that happened with Guilty Gear where I think hackers got in, and then like something happened where I think IP addresses were like being like not leaked, but like essentially like infiltrated by hackers. Like weird shit was going on. But I think for next season of Guilty Gear Strive, I think they're doing a complete like revision of their netcode from what I understand. But we'll have to see. I know they're redoing their matchmaking stuff because the Guilty Gear matchmaking stuff is really goofy. You essentially have to go into like a server lobby and like just kind of like go up to people and like play with them. It's very, very goofy and weird. But they're revamping
Dragon
that.
Ball one, right?
No, Guilty Gear. Dragon Ball is also very goofy as well.
One of them has the one where you gotta walk up.
It's basically all Arc System Works games because like even then, like the more I think about it, it's like Blaze Blue did that, fucking Persona 4 Arena did that. Like it's just like you gotta walk up and like interact with something rather than just like let's quick fight now. It's very goofy. Even though I think it does have an option for quick fighting, it's just like it's very goofy and bizarre. But yeah, for Guilty Gear they're revamping it from what I understand. But I've been meaning to play more Guilty Gear because Lucy came out from Cyberpunk. So I played a little bit as Lucy and she's very interesting. She's very weird.
They put her in the
in Guilty Gear. Yeah. She's there. Yeah, she's very weird, but she's kind of cool. So I've been trying to like learn some combos
weird,
and shit.
but she's cool. But she's weird.
But she's weird. Yeah. Because like she does this thing where she's like she tries to hack into a Guilty Gear character and it's like yeah, I think it might work. But yeah, fun video game time, fun fighting game time. But I've been meaning to go back more into Street Fighter specifically. I want to learn some new characters and just futz around with them, or even play like some casual matches because like I'm still trying to like relearn Terry because I played a shit ton of Terry online and it's just like every time I get away from Street Fighter and try to come back I kind of have to relearn the character because it's just like okay, what combos into what. But I love Terry and Mai is also pretty fun as well because I put a little bit of Mai doing her combo trials and she's really fun. Just everyone's fun, but they're all very weird. The only characters I can't really like grasp with are usually charge characters. Like Guile and Chun-Li and I think even Honda and Blanca.
Charging would be just charging your
charging the input. So basically for charge characters is essentially, you know how like in fighting games, like for example, Ryu doing a Hadouken, his fireball move. It's a motion. All right, it's quarter circle. That's how you do it, and then the button. For charge characters, it's a little goofy because it's like it's a direction, like hold back and then move forward, but you have to hold back for a specific amount of time and then move forward and button. That's how you do their specific move. So Chun-Li has a fireball move that you have to hold back for like at least like 3 seconds and then forward and then press the button, and that's how she does her fireball. So in Street Fighter 6 and doing their combo trials, there's a lot of stuff that you kind of have to play around with because of the fact that like some moves require you to charge them specifically, but it can get very goofy. From what I understand, still Guile's character trials are like one of the hardest things you can do because he does this weird thing where one of the inputs you have to put in is you have to revert back to neutral. And that hurts you when you're doing a charge move because you have to go into a charge move that has to connect into another move, and it's really, really tough to do. It's very weird. It's very bizarre. Charge characters are some of the characters that like I don't really like go towards because I just rather just press buttons and fight. But I don't know. I playing around with them for the most part. Same thing with like Luke. Luke is also another interesting character because he has perfect attacks where essentially his arm glows, and then when you see it glow at 1 second, you let go of holding it, and he does it, and he says perfect. And some moves require him to do perfect charges. So it's like some stuff is a little weird with Street Fighter, but like it really depends on who you like grasp to. I like Chun-Li specifically character-wise, but her moveset is very weird because she's also a charge character. She's also a stance character, which is also like the interesting part as well. So yeah, just getting back into Street Fighter, just getting back into fighting games mostly. So we'll see how that goes. But I think that's the end for the podcast. I think what I want to leave it as, I'll try to get back to streaming. Obviously, I'll try to get back into playing some video games. Specifically, I got my copy of Silent Hill F. Looking forward to playing that. And then also on my off time, I got copies of Metal Gear Solid, specifically the original versions. So I got Metal Gear Solid PS1,
Nice.
Metal Gear Solid 2 PS2, and Metal Gear Solid 3 PS3. Specifically, Subsistence and Substance, which are like the enhanced versions of those games. So I've been playing it on original hardware. I have a CRT TV right next to me. It's not anything fancy, but I've been playing it on that. Luckily, 8-Bit Do has a adapter. Yeah, they have an adapter that you can connect to your PS2, and you can play Bluetooth controllers on the PS2. So I've been playing that. I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 2. That game holds up. I'm still incredibly surprised of how good that game looks as a PS2 game, and it's just like a testament to how powerful the PS2 can go. But speaking of Metal Gear Solid, I really want to play Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta, but probably on stream. And then I still got to play through Raiden Kuzunoha, the remake, and I kind of want to revisit some stuff that I left streaming. Obviously the biggest one was Fallout New Vegas and Disco Elysium. And then I come to find out that apparently a recording I had for the hardest difficulty of The Evil Within I can't find it anywhere. So I don't know whether or not I want to return to that game, because I've been keening on playing that game again, and I got passed through the section that really fucking sucked. But the video file that I had for it is like, I can't find it. So don't know. I'll think about it. Or maybe I'll just
fucking unfortunate.
Yeah, I'll just probably record myself trying to redo that whole section again. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for me. Anything new from you?
Say again?
Anything from you?
No. Nothing new. Literally just all we talked about already. Pretty much it.
Gonna watch all of Peacemaker.
I might have to watch that. You did say it was good.
I really recommend watching The Suicide Squad, James Gunn's with Idris Elba in it.
Yeah.
I recommend watching that first, then watching Peacemaker season 1, then watching Creature Commandos, because that kind of connects, which is an animated series. It's also very good. And then since you already watched Superman, you're pretty much fine. And then
Superman's so good.
And then Peacemaker season 2. Which is also the other thing. They did a little retcon for Peacemaker season 1. It's very weird, but it's all right for the most part. It really does.
I got you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it whenever you watch season 1 of Peacemaker.
Yeah, I mean, people say it's really good, so I'll probably check it out.
John Cena really shines. It's kind of crazy.
John
Cena, and he's like, "You can't see me. My time is now."
My time is now.
But the character that I really want to highlight is the actor that plays a character by the name of Vigilante. He's fucking great in that show.
I think I saw. Is he the one that talks to himself at some point?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah, I think so.
He's the one that
he
goes back in time or something and talks to himself.
Universe
maybe.
You'll see when you get to Peacemaker.
I saw a clip of it. That's why I was saying it.
Yeah, but in season 1, he's fucking great. That actor is fucking great in that show. Everybody's really good in that first season of Peacemaker. Not to say that they're not good in season 2, but it's just like everybody's really good.
Yeah, I mean it's like the magic for sure.
Mm.
When when a show's good, it tends to be the first
season. Yeah, but yeah, watch the Suicide Squad. I'm probably gonna rewatch the Suicide Squad, to be quite honest, because I really like that movie. Not the one beforehand, not the previous one, the James Gunn one.
Yeah, I've seen the one beforehand, which is the one with Will Smith.
With Will Smith, yeah. And then they were like, "We don't like that. Okay, let's put Idris Elba." Yeah. So I would recommend that. So yeah, that's it for the podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back later. Bye-bye.
Jeez.